Here's Coach Andy Walters. Eric Bergstrom here with head coach of the Marinette Marines, Andy Walters. Coach, thanks for joining me today.
Bet.
Seems like last week your really young team learned, it seemed like a season's worth of lessons in that one game last week. So many highs and lows. Talk a little bit about what you think they learned last week.
Despite the outcome of the game, we did a lot of good things. I think we grew in a lot of ways. I think they're able to establish a little bit of confidence. At least, we can throw some punches. We can be a dangerous football team. Like I said, we have some kids that can do some really good things. It's just making sure that we execute. And offensively, I really do think that last couple games here, we've really come around. If we can eliminate the turnovers, I think that we can be a threat to people.
Second quarter, that was the best I'd seen your team play. And like you said, offensively, freedom, they couldn't do anything with you. You had guys open all over the place. So that's got to help your team a lot. Your coaches know that you can hang with anyone and beat anyone, actually, because the third quarter, besides that wasn't just, freedom being better. There were a lot of turnovers and things like that affected the outcome of that game.
We actually came out in that second half of the third quarter, and we were actually, really establishing a drive to start off, and then we ended up having that fumble, and just things snowballed and happened. The bad things happened back to back to back, and that's what kind of took the wind out of our sails quick. All the mistakes and all the turnovers that we had were consecutive and close together, so that's what kind of allowed things to get out of hand.
As talking about the offense, what kind of weapon is it to have a quarterback like Luke Johnson that can buy time with his legs?
I think he did a nice job of staying alive, but also I thought our O-line did a much better job last week of protecting. I give them credit because each week, they've gotten a little bit better. We started off pretty shaky with our pass protection at the beginning of the year. They've really come along nicely.
How amazing is that from the start of the year till now? I mean, it's a credit to the coaching staff and to the kids for coming together, but that offensive line, they've done a great job the last 2 weeks, not only pass protection, but also in their run game too.
Yeah, I mean, we're seeing a lot of kids improve in all facets of the game, but obviously other teams are too, and we are young. And, like I said, we gotta just continue to grow and continue to get better. We have some games coming up here that are big ball games for us that I feel we can be very competitive in, and we just have to be focused and eliminate the mistakes and things that are going to hurt us.
I know we talked about it's nice to have people who bleed purple around the program. How important is it to have Randy around, to you, your coaches, and your players?
Oh, Randy's our right-hand man. He's a huge part of Marinette football tradition. He's here at every single practice. He helps us out with equipment and water and all those things. And he's part of the family. The kids treat him just like he's part of the team. As coaches, we treat him just like he's part of the staff. He's one of us, and he's phenomenal to have around. Hopefully we have him around for many more years.
That's great. Looking ahead to Friday's game with Denmark, what can we expect from them, do you think?
Now they're an option football team. They're obviously a run-first team. I think their skilled kids are pretty good, starting with their quarterback, I believe, is a pretty good athlete. Fullback is a big bruising runner, and we just have to make sure that the key to playing an option team is to make sure that we're disciplined in our responsibilities and we're tackling in our responsibilities. And we found that out kind of the hard way against Colonel Falls to start that game, which is nice. Already playing an option team this year, because we were able to see, one, if we don't play our option responsibilities and we're not disciplined, what can happen, but also what can happen if we do play our option responsibilities and we do a good job. We just need to start off that way and not wait until second and third series to actually start playing things the way we're supposed to. We do that right away off the bat.
Exactly right. Start on time. What do you think your offense is going to need to do to be successful on Friday?
We just need to sustain drives. Again, eliminate the things that are going to shoot ourselves in the foot, the turnovers and those types of things. Like I said, I think our execution has gotten much better, where if we can eliminate turnovers, I think we'll be able to move the ball.
All right, sounds great. Coach, thanks again for the time today, and I'll see you on Friday.
All right, Eric, thank you very much.
All right, we are back at Denmark High School, and I believe we're back and better than ever. Ket pulled out his bag of tools and fixed the problem, so I think we're good now.
You don't want that, believe me. Listen. So first they elected to receive, and looking forward to seeing this offense in action. And of course they introduced the entire offense, and the offensive line has really been starting to gel coming on. And we talked about how Luke's been getting time to pass, and the running game has been, of course, one of the mainstays with Jagelski and also Connor Nelson and others. And we got to give that offensive line, of course, led by Zach May, the center, and Big Tyler Olson and company. They've been doing a good job.
Very impressed with them. They've, like you said, creating big holes and giving Luke a lot of time. And when he has a lot of time, he can use his leg and really break down that defense, because there's only so long that you can cover the likes of Jagelski and the boys like that and Webb. There's only so long. You can only do it for so many seconds. And the longer that Luke has time to run around, it is going to break down. The defense will give up big plays.
Yeah, the Denmark defense being introduced to the crowd here on this homecoming night. And like we said before, they've been giving up a lot of points, likewise with Marinette. So what will we have here tonight? It could be one of these high-scoring affairs.
I'm excited. I'm ready to go. Tonight's pregame is brought to you by North Motorsports, the area's only full-line dealer of Honda, Can-Am, Ski-Doo, Sea-Doo, and Snapper outdoor products. From their friendly sales staff to their certified service technicians, they've got you covered. Visit North Motorsports at 3711 10th Street in Menominee, or give them a call at 906-863-5592. Also, Kane Chevrolet, driving the game to you as the #1 truck destination north of Green Bay. Kane Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Ocano, and Marinette. And that's how we got here today.
Now with the Equinox, courtesy of Kane and your driving abilities, and Marinette just had to switch. They were on to the left of us on one side of the field, and then they realized that they were receiving on the other end of the field, so they had to reverse field here before the game gets going.
And Marinette will be traveling right to left on your Sports Radio 570 radio dial. I think I jinxed us tonight. I brought my little black electrical tape with, and I had it in front of me, and then everything went haywire, and I guess maybe I jinxed us. Maybe we needed that electrical tape, but I think we're back in business now. It sounds good to me. I hope it sounds good to everybody out there.
Well, if we're not, we'll hear from our engineer, and we'll get things back in order as quickly as possible. But hopefully we're good to go here on this first Friday night in October.
It's a beautiful night, too, and a beautiful field. This is actually the first time I've ever been here, and it's in the press box. It's a big, wide window, and we can see the field beautifully, so real nice.
Looking forward to it, yeah. Excellent view.
And the dangerous James Juice Jagelski is back, awaiting this kickoff. The crowd is on their feet, and we're ready to go. And there's the whistle, and here's the kick. It's on the ground, taken by the up back, Connor Nelson at the 35. Marinette's going to have good field position at the 42-yard line. We'll take that.
I think that was a kick that was designed to keep it away from, you mentioned Juice, James Jagelski, and they know all about him, so they decided to keep it out of his hands, and in their part, they end up giving Marinette a really good field position at the 42, as you mentioned.
And that definitely was done on purpose. They didn't miss that kick. Like you said, they did that on purpose.
Yeah. Closer to the 41, I guess we'll call it.
Marinette breaks huddle. Everybody in tight except for Jonte Webb. Split to the left. They give it to Juice off the left side. It doesn't pick up much. Maybe a yard, maybe nothing. Real close. Looks like they gave him a yard.
Yeah, Denmark contains Jagelski on the first carry, so yeah, well, good work by the front four for Denmark. They do run the four, looks like a 4-3 defense.
2nd down and 9 for Marinette. 11 minutes, 31 seconds left in the first quarter. We're just underway here at Denmark High School. Here's the snap. It's on the ground, but Johnson picks it up. He rolls to his right, lets it go down deep, and it's intercepted at the 40-yard line. They take it up to the 50, 40, driven out of bounds, and Denmark will take over. It looks to be at about the 36-yard line of Marinette. That play didn't look good from the get-go.
I'm trying to see who got that pick, but Luke, like you mentioned, it was a low snap. He did a good job of fielding it. Then he rolled to his right and kind of was throwing a little bit off balance and just underthrew it, and I'm not sure if Webb slipped, but either way, it was a pick and the first turnover of the night. Unfortunately, it's against Marinette.
They will take over at the 39-yard line. Denmark breaks huddle. They're traveling left to right on your Sports Radio 570 radio dial. Here's the snap. They fake the handoff and they throw a play action to the right side. Nothing doing there. So a team that runs almost exclusively comes out passing.
Element of surprise, I guess.
I guess they surprised me.
And they only average about maybe 5 or 6 throws a game. And here on the opening play, like you mentioned, they try a little pass out in the flat, and the receiver out there, Paul's off. He never turned around.
2nd down and 10 from Marinette's.
They're lucky that wasn't picked.
You got that right. 2nd down and 10 from Marinette's 39-yard line. They have one receiver to the left, everybody else in tight. I do not think they're going to pass this time. Let's see what happens. They give it to the up back. No, they fake the pitch and they get it to the right side. A little bit of room there, but Juice was there to bring him down. James Jagelski brings him down after a pickup of 5, actually.
That's Hansloff again he was on the carry, and Jagelski, we talked about this all season long. What a great open field tackler he is, and did a great job of getting that pitch man that time and containing him to a gain that could have been a heck of a lot more.
It could have been huge. 3rd down and 5 for the Vikings. One wide receiver to the left, everybody else in tight. Bisbee under center with 3 backs behind him. He fakes it to the up back, and he actually gives it to him. Nothing doing there. Marinette stands tall.
Yeah, Vandenhoevel, their big fullback, he did get it right in his gut and didn't get much. And now it's 4th down, and got to believe with a 1-5 record in Denmark, where they are in the field, they're going to go for it here.
Big play here for the Marines. Get this ball back.
Yeah, that was about a 33-yard line. So, yeah, big 4th down conversion attempt by Denmark.
4th down and 4 from Marinette's 33-yard line. One wide receiver to the left, everybody else in tight. Bisbee under center. Here's the snap. They run the option to the left. They pitch it. Marinette is all over it, and James Jagelski comes from the other side of the field and brings him down.
And they lost about 3 yards back to the 36-yard line. That's where Marinette will have it on downs. And Coach Walters talking about you gotta be disciplined, and of course you gotta read your keys and everything. And the Marines on that first series did a great job, and on 4 downs no less. And of course they did Marinette a favor by passing on 1st down.
It doesn't hurt to have speed like Jagelski to get to that ball carrier.
Yeah, that makes up for a lot of things.
Weisgerber off the right side. Big pickup on 1st down. Looks like 6 or 7 yards.
Yeah, Dalton Weisgerber, when he's been called upon this year, he's had some success, and he seems to be getting more carries with every game, and he's only a sophomore, getting more into the mix as the season has gone on.
He does pick up 7. It's 2nd down and 3 for the Marines from their own 42-yard line. 9 minutes, 20 seconds left in the 1st quarter. Marinette breaks huddle. Everybody in tight. Webb to the right. They give it to Jagelski. He cuts it inside, and he's close to the 1st down. He's about maybe a half yard short, maybe a yard.
That's going to be awfully close. A nice little lunge there by Jagelski, but he might be just a tad short, as you mentioned. Yeah, 3rd and, like I said, less than a yard now.
3rd down and half a yard for the Marines at their own 45-yard line. 8 minutes, 51 seconds left in the 1st quarter. We're scoreless here at Denmark High School. Marinette breaks huddle. Jonte Webb to the left. They give him a big cushion. Weisgerber in motion to the right. Johnson keeps it himself, and he does not get it. In fact, he's driven backwards.
Wow, great job by the Denmark front 4 that time. I was thinking maybe they might do a keeper with Luke Johnson, but he kind of did a little fake first of all, and they actually lost yardage that time, about a yard and a half.
So nothing doing for either offense right now, and it looks like Marinette will punt. Back for the Vikings is Jesse Kruger.
Yeah, we were talking about a high-scoring affair. Maybe it won't be that after all. We'll
see. Here's the snap, and there's the kick. Off the side of his foot to the right side. It goes out of bounds. Not a bad Marinette roll. It goes out of bounds at about the 25-yard line. Could have been a lot worse because it hit at about the 40.
Well, that was actually a great Marinette roll, because that could have been, like you said, disastrous around the 40-yard line. And then it just rolled, and fortunately it stayed in bounds and died at the 25, 26-yard line. That's where Denmark will take it. And unfortunately, though, that Marinette couldn't get that very short 3rd down conversion that was close to midfield. And let's see if the defense can go back to work and stop the Vikings again here.
But fortunately, after that interception, they've kind of gotten the field position back.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
Exactly.
First down and 10 from their own 26-yard line for Denmark. Bisbee under center. He gives it to the up back, Vanden Heuvel, and he picks up about a yard, maybe 2. We'll give him 2.
Vanden Heuvel, as I mentioned earlier, third in the NEC in rushing, and 525 yards in 6 games. So he's been piling up some yardage. A lot of carries though too. So his average I think is around 4 point something, and the Marines so far doing a good job on him.
Second down and 8 for the Vikings. 1 wide receiver to the right, everybody else in tight. Bisbee under center. He fakes it to the up back, Vanden Heuvel, and then keeps it himself, and he picks up about 5 yards, all the way up to the 35-yard line. Nice pickup there. Actually, he's only a yard shy of the first down.
That quarterback's dangerous too. You have 4th in the conference in rushing, and that's his best run so far of the night, and they got a very manageable third down situation here.
Third down and 1 for Denmark. 7 minutes left in the first quarter. They have the ball at their own 35-yard line. We're scoreless here at Denmark High School. 3 backs behind Austin Bisbee, the quarterback. 1 directly behind him and 2 on each side.
Yeah, the old full house backfield.
They give it to the up back, and I don't think he got it, kid. He was met
by a whole bunch of Marines right there.
Right at the line of scrimmage. It's going to be close. I don't think he got it. Well, we'll see.
Well, so far in this first quarter, both of these defenses are coming up very big.
We have an official timeout for a measurement. Big measurement here.
Yeah, early in this ball game, both these teams trying to gain some momentum, and this would be a big stop by the Marines, because I don't think that Denmark would go for it if they have a 4th down in inches. They're at their own about 36, 37-yard line. So the chain gang had to come from all the way across the field. Stretch those babies out here. Let's see.
I think it's going to be inches, and they got it.
Yeah.
By about 5 inches, they got the first down. So it'll be first down and 10, Denmark.
Yeah, it was going to be inches either way. Unfortunately, goes in Denmark's favor. But so the first down of the night belongs to the Vikings.
The Vikings have it at their own 35-yard line, actually 36. First down and 10, 6 minutes, 39 seconds left in the first quarter. Denmark breaks huddle. Full house backfield, Austin Bisbee doing the honors at quarterback. 1 back in motion, he fakes it, he wants to throw, he goes deep over the middle, Webb's there to defend, and he overshoots his receiver. He's now 0 for 2. He's only thrown 26 times all year, and he's already thrown twice now in the first few minutes of this game.
Yeah, the old bomb that time, and good looking pass, just a little bit too far.
Jonte Webb was there, step for step. Good defense. That brings up second down and 10 for the Vikings. Splitting out to the right is Jacob Gazella for Denmark. Everybody else in tight. They're at their own 36-yard line. Here's the snap. They fake it to the up back. There's a fumble. Marinette has it at the 30. Picked up by Kevin Canine. 20-10, 5 touchdown Marinette.
And you know who forced that? Jesse Johnston from his left defensive end position. He stripped the quarterback of the ball. And then Kevin Canine, who's going to be our halftime guest, imagine that. He scoops it up and goes about roughly about 30 yards for the score.
Kevin Canine.
The defense strikes first. How about that?
Kevin Canine with a 36-yard fumble return for a touchdown, and that is how the scoring starts tonight.
I guess you could say Frogman hopped all over that one, huh?
He sure did. Stay tuned at halftime to find out more about that comment. Kevin Canine, like Kit said, our halftime guest. I did it on purpose.
And once again, Jesse Johnson, though, with the key play right there, and then, of course, Canine, Johnny on the spot.
The kick is up by Garrett Walloway, and the kick is good. At the 6:14 mark of quarter number 1, Marinette gets on the board first. They lead 7-0. Kit and I will be right back on Sports Radio 570.
Looking for a credit union that truly cares about you and the community you live in? Then you ought to stop and see the folks at Bayshore Credit Union. Membership is open to anyone living or working in Marinette, Menominee, and Ocado counties. Whether it's everyday banking, a new auto loan, new mortgage, even a consolidation loan, they can help. and it's never too early to start establishing good credit. Bayshore Credit Union, located at 1514 Cleveland Avenue, Marinette. They're looking forward to meeting you.
All right, we're back at Denmark High School, and I have good news to report. Marinette is up 7-0 at the 6:14 mark. Kevin Canine, a 36-yard fumble return for a touchdown.
And in your interview with Kevin that we'll hear at halftime, Kevin did say that Coach Walters was saying that he wanted to put a lot of pressure on the linebackers to make some plays here tonight. Well, I think they just did, huh?
Came through with flying colors. I thought you were going to say he predicted that. I don't remember him predicting that touchdown. But
no, he didn't do that. But he did say they were ready to play.
They are ready to play, and we're just about ready as well. Marinette with an interesting kickoff formation. They're all tight around the ball right now. Nobody's spread out. And they don't spread out. They kick it that way. A new formation. Walloway puts a leg into it. Kicks it to about the 20-yard line. It's picked up there. They bring it to the middle of the field. And Marinette takes them down at about the 30-yard line. That's where Denmark will take over. First down and 10. Marinette 7, Denmark 0 right now in the first quarter.
That kick almost went out of bounds, but fortunately it did stay in bounds, and good coverage. And you're right, that was a rather unique formation there for the Marinette kickoff team. Kind of all bunched up. I thought maybe, an onside kick, but they kicked it deep.
We'll have to ask the coach about that. Denmark breaks huddle. First down and 10 from their own 30-yard line. One receiver split to the right, everybody else in tight. They look to pass again. He looks to run, and he's brought down. We have a sack by James Jagelski. No, it wasn't. I think that's Luke Johnson who came in out of nowhere. No, Jesse Johnston. I was wrong twice, but Jesse Johnston again with a big play.
And Jesse, back-to-back big plays. He forced the fumble on their last possession, and here he gets a sack for about a 5-yard loss.
All right. Second down and 15 for Denmark at their own 25-yard line.
All of a sudden, Denmark's turned into a passing team. That would have been their third attempt already.
I expect the run and shoot to come out anytime now. 5 minutes, 29 seconds left, first quarter. Here's the snap. They pitch it to the right side. They have a little bit of room there. Driven out of bounds by Nathan Paris, but not before they get all the way up to the 38-yard line. Nice pickup there.
And Connor Nelson did a great job. He hit the quarterback just as he was pitching it, but unfortunately, whoever had containment to the outside wasn't there, and that's going to be almost a first down.
It's third down and 3, actually third down and 2, a long 2 for the Vikings. They break huddle. Split to the left is Jacob Gazella. Everybody else in tight. Webb is out there on the receiver. Here's the snap. They give it to the up back, Vandenheuvel. He powers forward, and I think he has the first down.
Yeah, he's got it across the 40.
There's nothing subtle about him. He just puts his head down and barrels forward.
Yeah, he's kind of just a bruising fullback.
First down and 10.
We'll talk more about bruising fullbacks later.
That's right. From their own 42-yard line. They give it to Vandenheuvel. No, they fake it. And the quarterback keeps it, and he is taken down hard by Nathan Paris.
Yeah, Paris did a great job containing that, getting the quarterback. And I tell you what, it's a good thing that you're not playing defense right now, because you've been fooled a couple of times here in this first quarter.
If the quarterback's going to keep that ball, you need to make them pay, and they did that time. Second down and 9 for the Vikings at their own 44-yard line. Everybody in tight. Full house backfield. Bisbee gets the snap. Takes it himself off the left side, spins, picks up maybe a yard. Surprised he didn't pitch that.
And Jesse Johnston again making the play. He came from his left defensive end spot, and he actually got Bisbee from behind just when he was ready to try to turn it upfield. So Jesse Johnston all over the field on defense, making a whole bunch of plays here in this opening quarter.
Third down and 7. Big play here, Marinettes. If they can stop them, they'll get the ball right back.
Yeah, it's all about containment, but Marinette showing a lot of quickness on defense here too.
All right, split to the left for the Vikings is Jacob Gazella. Jonte Webb on him. Everybody else in tight. Here's the snap. They give it to the left side, and they give it to Panslap. He's at the 40, 30, 20, 10, 5, Touchdown. That hole opened quick, and he has the speed to make you pay.
I just was talking about Marinette's speed on defense. Well, that time, like I said, Panzloff showing speed, and he actually went up the gut. Where'd that come from?
Up the gut, bounced to the left, and he was gone. A huge hole, and then we had a cannon going off.
Fireworks across the way, too. What, about 55 yards for the score?
So at the 2:57 mark of the first quarter, Denmark answers right back with a 55-yard touchdown run by Panzlaff. The kick is up, and the extra point is good. We are now tied. Denmark 7, Marinette 7. We'll be right back on Sports Radio 570.
Kim Durrett and all the staff of Tri-City Physical Therapy and Sports Medicine in Marinette are committed to get you back to your quality of life. Tri-City Physical Therapy has been in business for over 25 years and specialize in the treatment of shoulder, knee, and back, as well as general physical therapy. Let them help you overcome pain after an injury or disease. Tri-City Therapy and Sports can provide you with the most skilled and personalized rehabilitation treatment plan possible to help you get back on track. Tri-City Physical Therapy and Sports Medicine at 602 Wells Street in Marinette.
Welcome back to Denmark High School, where the Vikings just struck on a 55-yard touchdown run by Zach Panzlaff. The extra point was good, and we're tied 7-7.
And on the season, Panzlaff has 188 yards, and there he is, 55 right off the bat here. Wow.
How about that speed? It didn't take him long to get there.
Well, he had a huge hole there, too.
All right, we await the kickoff.
But nobody was going to catch him.
Not at all. James Jagelski back. Will they kick it to him? I don't think so, but we'll see.
I doubt it.
Here's the kick again on the ground. It goes past Paris, and Jagelski gets it at the 10. Makes one man miss, makes another man miss, and he's corralled at the 18-yard line. There's not much he could do. He tried his best.
Yeah, like I said, James picked it up right around the 10 or 11-yard line, and he was just trying to dodge as many Vikings as he could, but once that was misplayed, it was doomed.
So first down and 10 for the Marines. 2 minutes, 50 seconds left in the first quarter. They're starting at their own 19-yard line.
That still was about an 8-yard return that Jagelski made exciting.
He sure did. Something out of nothing. He's good at that. Jonte Webb split to the left. Guarded by Panzlaff. Marinette gives it to Connor Nelson right up the gut. Nothing doing there, though.
Now, this is only Marinette's second possession here on offense, and right now not getting a whole lot of, not getting the job done up front. And Denmark, outside of one run of about 6 yards by Weisberger, it's been Denmark has been owning the line of scrimmage. But it's early.
They give him 1 yard on that carry. Second down and 9 for the Marines. 2 minutes, 23 seconds left in the first quarter. We're tied up, 7-7. Marinette is on their 20-yard line, traveling right to left on your Sports Radio 570 radio dial. Jonte Webb split to the right this time. Weisgerber in motion. Paris throws it over the middle, and it's caught and upended is James Jagelski, but not after he picks up 15. He's hit and knocked head over heels, but he pops right back up.
Yeah, and James made a nice catch out there. If he would have had time, he probably would have just leapfrogged over that would-be or that tackler. Unfortunately, though, he was upended. But still a first down.
First down and 10 for Marinette at their own 38-yard line. Nice play there.
It may take the passing game to maybe get the running game going here tonight. Of course, we've seen that before with Marinette.
This time, Marinette comes out with 3 wide receivers, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. They have a pitch to the left side to Jagelski. He has a little bit of room, cuts it back inside. Nice pickup there, a big 8-yard pickup for Marinette.
Yeah, maybe even more. We'll see. We went out of bounds. Went across the 45 and did a little nifty move where he kind of ducked under and got an extra yard or two. And one of those little nuances in Jagelski's game where he's good at getting additional yards.
They spread the defense out, and it gave him a little room to run, and he took advantage. This time they're in tight, except for Jonte Webb to the left. In motion, Weisgerber. They fake it to him, give it to Nelson right up the middle. He's met by a whole host of Vikings, but he's close to the first down, and I think he has it. From where I'm standing, it looks like he's got it.
Yeah, maybe just enough of a surge there by the offensive line and also Connor, as you mentioned. But yeah,
first down.
They're indicating that it's a first down. So here a drive that started back at the 19-yard line, already near midfield, and a couple of first downs.
Looking good. We're at 1 minute, 32 seconds left in the first quarter. All tied up. Denmark 7, Marinette 7. Marinette First down and 10 at their own 49-yard line. Jonte Webb splits to the right. Everybody else in tight. Johnson drops back, looks to pass, fires it to Webb. Beautiful play there. Webb has it, and he almost has the first down. Looks like he picks up 9. It was just a little... He started up the field and stopped, and Johnson found him quickly.
And that's a bullet from Luke Johnson, too, and that shows you what kind of hands Jonte Webb has, because on a chilly night, those aren't the easiest passes to try to haul in. They can break your fingers sometimes, but Webb did a great job of hauling it in and getting about 9.5.
Second down and 1 for the Marines. 43 seconds left in the first quarter. They're now into Denmark territory at Denmark's 42-yard line. Webb's to the left this time. Everybody else in tight in the wing tee. Luke Johnson drops back, fires over the middle. The ball is popped up and it's intercepted, but we have a flag. It might be pass interference. Luke put a lot of juice on that pass, boy.
Yeah, when a pass is tipped like that, usually you're in danger territory, and it was picked off, but
usually it's bad news.
Yeah, let's see what the infraction is. The first penalty flag of the first quarter comes in the waning moments here.
Let's see. It is against Denmark. Big break for the Marines.
That pass interference, huge. Second down and about a half yard to go. That was a pretty good, shot for a gamble there. Unfortunately, they got the interference call against the Vikings.
Boy, like you said, it's a cold night, and he really fired that ball, and it went right off the fingertips and popped straight up in the air. And thankfully, it didn't come back to haunt the Marines.
So the line of scrimmage, what was the 42? Let's see where they're going to mark this off. Is a 15-yarder?
They're walking and walking and walking still.
Yeah, that's all the way down to the 27-yard line. Big 15-yarder on the Vikings.
Huge play. There's 25 seconds left in the first quarter. We're all tied up, 7-7. But Marinette is threatening right now, thanks to a few nice first downs and the big penalty. Marinette spreads it out. Webb to the left. Paris to the left. Jagelski to the right. Here's the snap. Johnson's back. Fires deep. He has Webb wide open at the 5. He has it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Touchdown, Marinette. Beautiful play.
Now the Marines going to the air game with a huge success here on this drive. A big pass to Jagelski earlier, pass interference call, and now hitting a wide open Webb down the left sidelines. And Johnson with a perfect strike right to him on a kind of a windy night. Not an easy throw, but he gets Webb right in stride for the second score of the quarter here for the Marines.
A 28-yard touchdown pass from Luke Johnson to Jonte Webb. Garrett Walloway in for the extra point. He falls down. Jagelski picks it up, throws it himself, and it's incomplete. He did all he could. He threw it left-handed, but he couldn't get it to go. Walloway slipped and fell down, so the extra point is no good.
And Garrett's a golfer. He's replacing his divot right now.
All right, with 18 seconds left in the first quarter, Marinette leads 13-7. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by North Motorsports, the area's only full-line dealer of Honda, Can-Am, Ski-Doo, Sea-Doo, and Snapper outdoor products. From their friendly sales staff to their certified service technicians, they've got you covered. Visit North Motorsports at 3711 10th Street in Menominee, or give them a call at 906-863-5592. Also, Kane Chevrolet, driving the game to you, is the #1 truck destination north of Green Bay. Kane Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Ocano, and Marinette.
What a big drive by the Marines after Denmark had knotted the score at 7. They come back after they kind of they messed up the kickoff return a little bit. They were down at their own 11-yard or 19-yard line, I should say, after the 8-yard return. And they go 81 yards in pretty quick fashion as well.
This team doesn't get down on itself anymore. They're a pretty tough-minded team now. They've been through a lot this year.
Yeah.
They're in that different formation again. Everybody tight around Garrett Walloway. And here's the kick. High kick all the way to the 15-yard line. Hits there, goes past the return man all the way to the 5. He picks it up. Can Marinette get him down? They do, right about the 15. Nice break there.
Instant replay of what happened with Marinette on the last kickoff that Denmark had.
So Denmark will take over at their own 17-yard line with 14 seconds left in the first quarter. Marinette leads 13-7.
Boy, and that funny-shaped ball sometimes takes some weird bounces, doesn't it?
That's right. It's definitely not circular. Hard to read sometimes. Denmark breaks huddle. They're up to the ball at their own 17-yard line. They trail 13-7. Marinette with the lead. Everybody in tight. They look to pass. They're under pressure and taken down all over it. Marinette. It looks like Blaine Schmeckel got in there and finished off the quarterback for the sack, and that's the way the first quarter will end.
Yeah, with Marinette's second sack of the first quarter here.
So at the end of one, Marinette 13, Denmark 7. We'll be back on Sports Radio 570. Bayside Motorsports and Cycle is your full-line service destination, servicing most makes and models of ATVs and motorcycles, from a simple tune-up and oil change to major engine overhauls. Their expanded service department will have you back on your machine fast. Bayside Motorsports and Cycle also specializes in motorcycle and ATV performance work to keep you a step above your competition. Ask about their service specials. Bayside Motorsports and Cycle in Green Bay or at BaysideMotorsports.com. Welcome back to Denmark High School, where the Marinette Marines lead after one, 13-7.
And very interesting, that last play of the first quarter, Denmark once again going into pass formation, and they get sacked. And I don't know how many passes they attempted, maybe 3 or 4 in that first quarter, something like that. But actually they were sacked a couple of times, so they never got the pass off. But that is not their MO.
Not at all. Trying something different, and right now it's not working. Marinette with the lead. I'm going to have to take some motion sickness pills here because this entire booth is shaking right now.
At first I thought maybe it was my equilibrium, but
it is my equilibrium.
I'm glad that it actually is moving. So.
You're glad it's not just you, right?
Exactly.
It's not in your head, kid.
We're all in the same boat.
Unfortunately.
Yeah,
boat is the wrong term for me.
Like we're on a boat.
The students are jumping up and down on these stands, and it's rocking the entire press booth, so I'll do my best to make it through.
Catch me if I start falling.
All right. We're getting ready to get underway here in the second quarter. Marinette leads 13-7.
And second and very long for the Vikings, so will they pass again? We're going to find out here.
Second down, and it looks like 18. Backed up. Here's the play. They fake the pitch to the right. Bisbee keeps it himself. Big pickup there. He picked up about 10.
Yeah, he got past the original line of scrimmage, and Bisbee showing that he's got some wheels as well. As we mentioned earlier, he's in the top 4 and actually the 4th-ranked rusher in the Northeastern Conference, and got a big chunk of yardage right there, about 10 or 11 yards.
This is a huge play now because if Marinette can stop them, they're going to get the ball back with great field position.
Yeah, keep that momentum on their side.
3rd down and 6. From their own 20, Denmark breaks huddle. 2 wide receivers to the left, everybody else in tight. Here's a snap. Drops back to pass. Pulls it in. He's trying to run for it. Pushed out of bounds by Kevin Canine. It's going to be close to the first down. I think he got it, actually.
Yeah, I think he did, and the sticks are on the other side of the field. He's into the near bench here, Denmark's bench. But Bisbee, I tell you, I'm not sure if he had any designs to actually throw that ball at all, because he saw a lot of green grass when he looked to his left, and he did get the first down.
I think all he was doing is faking that pass just briefly, like you said, just to hold them, yeah. And then he pulled it down and ran for it.
Both teams now with 3 first downs here in this first half.
First down and 10 from their own 27-yard line. Denmark breaks huddle. 1 wide receiver to the right, 1 to the left. They give it to the up back. Vanden Heuvel powers forward, spins, and he's dragging Marines all the way for a 9-yard pickup.
Yeah, powering forward is the correct term, as he broke right through the first wave, and he kind of spun around, and he was carrying a few bodies with him before he was finally brought down just shy of another first down.
So the Vikings are starting to get their running game going now.
And the 2 guys that we expected. Of course, they don't have the touchdown, though, tonight. It's the other Palzoff who has a touchdown, but Bisbee, the quarterback, and the fullback, Vanden Heuvel, doing some damage right now.
2nd down and 1 for the Vikings at their own 37-yard line. They break huddle. Everybody's in tight. Panslav goes in motion. They give it to Vandenheuvel again up the middle. He fights for the first down and more. He picks up about 4 yards. He has 28 yards on 7 carries right now.
That's about his average on the year, right around 4
You got
yards
it.
a carry, and well over 500 yards in 6 games. So those are pretty good numbers. A little bit of thunder and lightning with Vandenheuvel being the thunder and the quarterback Bisbee with the speed being the lightning, and the throw in Panslav. This offense, even though this team only has 1 win, they certainly do have some quality backs.
Very true. 10 minutes, 7 seconds left in the first half. Marinette leads 13-7. Here's the snap. They give it to Vandenheuvel again. This time, Marinette is up to the challenge, pushes him right back.
And Connor Nelson bringing him down almost like he's roping a steer that time. Just got him right around the shoulder pads and then hauled him back in the other direction.
Roping a steer. Brings them down. 2nd down and 10 from their own 43-yard line. 9 minutes, 37 seconds left in the first half. Marinette leads 13-7. Full house backfield. Everybody in tight. Bisbee under center. Here's the snap. They were trying to run the option to the left. Bisbee gets around the corner. Surprisingly, I thought they had him, but he turned the corner and picks up a nice chunk there, about 7 yards, maybe 8.
And it took Kevin Canine to finally force him out of bounds right into the Denmark bench, right near midfield, and as I mentioned, just a couple yards shy of the first down, but they got it in good shape. Where they can do a lot of things with that option offense, and Bisbee runs it quite well. And we got a weapon like Vandenheuvel. Just got to stay in containment and be disciplined here on defense.
3rd down and 3 from the 50-yard line. Denmark with the ball. They trail 13-7. Bisbee under center. Panslav in motion. Bisbee keeps it himself off the right side.
He's not going to get it.
He does not get it. It's going to bring up about a 4th down and 2.
Canine was there, and some of the big bodies on the defensive line as well. And team effort there, about 5 Marines on the tackle, and they're actually a good 1.5 yards from the first down. And on 4th down, the Vikings have a decision to make here, and I think they're going to kick it away.
Give credit to the Marines defense.
Yeah, at least the indication is they're going to kick it. When you're 1-5, anything's possible.
I don't think Marinette believes it, though.
Yeah, Coach Walters actually is going to call time here just to talk about it and make sure everybody's on the same page here. And if they are going to go into punt formation, be ready for a fake.
Coach Walters takes the timeout. We'll take one as well on Sports Radio 570.
Where can you go to get a bite to eat before or after the game? Dexter's. Dexter's in Menominee has enough seating for the whole team and a menu to fit everyone's taste and appetite. Or call ahead and take your order to go. Dexter's looks forward to seeing you this year. Good luck to all M&M Sports participants. Dexter's, located on 10th Avenue in Menominee. Check out their menu online at dextersrestaurantonline.com and like us on Facebook.
Welcome back to Denmark High School, where the Marinette Marines lead the Denmark Vikings 13-7 with 8 minutes, 44 seconds left in the first half.
Now Denmark in Marinette territory at the 48-yard line, 4th and about 1.5 yards. With a 1-5 record, you think they would go for it, but it appears they're going to at least show punt formation. Marinette does send Jagelski back.
I want to see the juice get loose here. I hope they punt it right to him.
Well, I'm not buying the fact they're going to punt here.
It doesn't look like it. They're trying to draw him off sides, it looks like. Trying a hard count. There's the snap, and they do kick it. Off to the right side, it hits at the 20. Takes a sideways bounce. It may have hit a Marine, but Jagelski jumps on top of it. I'm not sure. By the way he jumped on it, I think maybe it hit one of the Marines, but he got it, and Marinette will take over.
I think James was taking no chances there, because if it did hit another teammate who was down there, that would have been a live ball, and Jagelski heads-up play to pounce on it and make sure that a Denmark Viking didn't get to it first.
That's right. You don't want to leave it in the hands of the refs. Just, if you're there, make sure you get on top of it, and that's what he did. Marinette will take over. 1st down and 10 from their own 15-yard line. 8 minutes, 36 seconds left in the first half. Marinette leads 13-7. They break huddle. Nathan Paris to the right. Jonte Webb to the right. Here's the snap. They give it to Jagelski off the right side, or is it Weisgerber? It's Weisgerber, and he's all the way up to the 20-yard line. Nice pickup on first down, 5 yards.
Yeah, a nice job of breaking the initial tackle there by Dalton. Weisgerber ends up getting about 5 yards or so.
I'm more impressed with him every game. He gets better and better. 8 minutes, 14 seconds left in the first quarter.
Only a sophomore, and he's a pretty powerful runner. He breaks some tackles, and got to figure the next couple of years, obviously, going to get even stronger.
That's right, and he's not slow either. He's pretty quick. 2nd down and 5 for the Marines. Weisgerber in motion. They give it to him again off the right side. He's fighting hard for that first down, and I think he got it.
And that appeared that it wasn't really going anywhere, but Dalton had a little cutback that time, and then he just kept those legs driving and managed to get the first down. Excellent running.
That's right. Dalton Weisgerber leads the team right now with 17 yards on 3 carries. First down and 10 for the Marines at their own 25-yard line. 7 minutes, 41 seconds left in the first half. Marinette breaks huddle. Jonte Webb to the left. Everybody else in tight. In motion again, Weisgerber. Weisgerber gets it, runs to the right, and then hands it off to Jagelski going the opposite direction, but nothing doing there. Jagelski had nowhere to go. Picked up maybe half a yard.
A little double reverse action that Marinette ran to play like that against Freedom, and I got big yardage last week, but not tonight.
2nd down and 9 from their own 26-yard line. 7 minutes, 5 seconds left in the first half. Marinette leads 13-7. Marinette breaks huddle. They're traveling left to right on your Sports Radio 570 radio dial. Weisgerber in motion. Johnson fakes it to him, throws it to the right side, threw it a little bit too high, and one of the Vikings coaches caught it. Jagelski tried to get it, but he wasn't tall enough.
Luke under a little bit of pressure, maybe threw it a little bit earlier than he wanted to, but it was also pretty well covered there too. So fortunately he threw it high as opposed to low, otherwise it might have been picked off.
Brings up a big 3rd down and 9 for the Marines at their own 26-yard line. 6 minutes, 48 seconds left in the first half. Marinette leads 13-7. Johnson gets the play from his coaches, brings it in, and they break huddle. Jonte Webb splits to the right, as does James Jagelski. We have another Marinette timeout on the field. We'll take one as well and be right back on Sports Radio 570.
Find your next truck at Kane, the #1 truck destination north of Green Bay for 2015. From the most dependable full-size pickups on the road, Kane delivers Silverado. Or the most advanced pickup ever, Kane delivers Sierra. Right now, visit Kane in Marinette or O'Connell to enter the Chevrolet Packers Ultimate Fan Sweepstakes. Win a 2016 Chevrolet and other great prizes. Over 300 quality vehicles at KaneGM.com, O'Connell, and Marinette.
Welcome back to Denmark High School, where the Marinette Marines lead the Denmark Vikings 13-7 with 6 minutes, 48 seconds left in the first half. Marinette with a big 3rd down and 9 from their own 26-yard line. 2 receivers split to the right, James Jagelski and Jonte Webb. Luke Johnson awaits the snap. In motion, Weisgerber, and we have all kinds of movement before the ball is snapped.
That could be one of those deals where they're calling a motion penalty on Marinette, but the center never snapped the ball, and pretty much everybody else was moving, so maybe he didn't know the snap count.
They were definitely not on the same page that time.
First penalty of the night on Marinette.
That brings up a big 3rd down and a very long 3rd down. 3rd down and 15 from their own 20-yard line. Weisgerber in motion. They give it to Connor Nelson up the middle, and Nelson gets it up to the 26-yard line.
Yeah, draw that time to Nelson, and just past the original line of scrimmage, so it was safe play there by offensive coordinator Bob Callworts, and why risk the turnover?
That's right. Play the field position. That brings up a 4th down and 9. The punt team is in. Here's the snap, and there's the kick. A nice punt, taken at the 42. Up the middle he goes, and he's taken right down. Adam Wall with the tackle. Denmark will take over at their own 48-yard line. Good field position for the Vikings. First down and 10 at the 48 with 6 minutes, 4 seconds left in the first half.
And Denmark has moved the ball on a couple of occasions here today, but Marinette's defense kind of, except for that one long run that they got the touchdown on, kind of bending but not breaking so far here this evening.
Denmark breaks huddle. Split to the right is Jacob Gazella. Everybody else in tight. Bisbee gets the handoff, gives it to Vanden Heuvel right up the middle, and he's dragging tacklers again for 7 yards.
Yeah, he's such a powerful runner, and when they're getting 6, 7 yards on first down, boy, that really puts Marinette's defense in a very tough spot, because second and short, they have so many different avenues they can go here. Running that option, they can do a little play action if they desire, so we'll see.
Their playbook is wide open right now, second down and 3 from Marinette's 45-yard line. Gazella to the left this time. Here's the snap. Again, Vanden Heuvel. This time he's met. He kind of squeezes his way through, close to the first down.
I think he got it. They're going to give him a pretty good spot. Oh, maybe not. Let's see here.
About a half a yard short, it looks like.
Yeah, I thought he was standing on the 40.
Well, maybe they're going to measure. I thought he was met right at the line of scrimmage, but somehow he squeezed through and picked up another couple yards, 2-yard pickup it looked like.
Yeah, good second effort by Vanden Heuvel, who's kind of a bruising fullback. And I mentioned earlier about bruising fullbacks. You're going to have a chance to talk to a former NFL bruising fullback in the very near future, and you've been having a new show on Sports Radio 570, interviewing different athletes, high school athletes, also college and beyond. And you're going to have a chance to talk to a former pro football player.
That's right. I'm really excited. It's Pete Banashik from Crivets. He played with the old Oakland Raiders back in the 70s, the John Madden days, and Kenny Stabler and all those guys. He's got a lot of stories.
I had his football card back when I was a teenager, number 40 for the Raiders. Yeah, he was tough.
I'm excited about that. You'll hear more about that on Bay City's Sports Buzz, our new show. But right now we're back underway. Here's the handoff right up the middle to Vanden Heuvel again and again. He picks up 7 yards.
And Vanden Heuvel again on the carry for the Vikings.
Now, right now the Marines defense just getting a heavy dose of Vanden Heuvel, and why not Denmark? Why not? It's working. Keep going to it, and the Marines not stopping it right now.
He makes no cuts. He runs straight forward. That's
fancy.
it. That's all he does. He
Yeah.
doesn't make any cuts. All right, they break huddle. Gazella to the left. Everybody else in tight. Full house backfield. 3 backs. In motion to the right. Nice pitch play there. They get it to Dustin Dwarick, and he has room off the right side. Picks up about 7 yards. Nice play there. They put him in motion, and when he was on the right side, they just pitched it to him, and he had a lot of room.
Yeah, another first down for the Vikings as this drive continues on. A little wrinkle in their offense there. The first time we've seen that play where they do a little pitch to a new ball carrier for the Vikings.
First down and 10 from Marinette's 26-yard line. 4 minutes, 7 seconds left in the first half. Marinette 13, Denmark 7. This time, everybody in tight. Bisbee under center. Here's the snap. Bisbee keeps it himself. He's under pressure, but he scoots away and goes up the middle and picks up a nice chunk of yardage again, Kit.
You got that right, and I don't know how he escaped out of that mess. And he knifed his way through about 4 or 5 Marinette would-be tacklers and got a very good first down gain. And now Denmark calls timeout.
It was going to be a big loss, but somehow he got away, the escape artist, Austin Bisbee, and he picks up 6 yards. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by North Motorsports, the area's only full-line dealer of Honda, Can-Am, Ski-Doo, Sea-Doo, and Snapper outdoor products. From their friendly sales staff to their certified service technicians, they've got you covered. Visit North Motorsports at 3711 10th Street in Menominee, or give them a call at 906-863-5588. 9-2. Also, Kane Chevrolet driving the game to you as the #1 truck destination north of Green Bay. Kane Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Ocano, and Marinette. Well, how'd we get here? It's 13-7 right now. At the 6:14 mark of the first quarter, Kevin Canine picked up a 36-yard fumble return for a touchdown. The extra point was good, and Marinette led 7-0. At the 2:57 mark, Zach Panslav had a 55-yard touchdown run, and it was 7-7 with the extra point good. And with 18 seconds left in the first quarter, we had a 28-yard touchdown pass from Luke Johnson to Jonte Webb. The extra point was no good. Marinette leads 13-7. That's where we are right now with 3 minutes half. 2nd down and 4 for Denmark. They give it to Getzlaff. He's hit, pushes forward, and taken down. He picked up maybe 3 yards. Connor Nelson was there for the tackle.
Yeah, Vandenhoevel actually on the carry, and the Marines doing a good job that time in containing the big fullback.
It's 3rd down and 1 for the Vikings. 3 minutes. It's 33 seconds left in the first half. Everybody else in tight. Bisbee under center. 3 backs behind him, 1 directly behind him, and 2 off to either side. It's a snap. Vandenhoevel down, picks up about 4. Boy, they're starting to feed him now. That's 12 carries he has and 44 yards.
And just very solid. Fortunately, just a shade too far, and an excellent effort, though, by Webb trying to haul that in.
So that'll bring up 2nd down and 10 with 1 minute, 4 seconds left in the first half. Denmark 14, Marinette 13. The Marines break huddle. Split to the right is James Jagelski and Nathan Paris. To the left, Weisgerber and Webb. Here's the snap. Johnson back, looks right, fires deep. He has Paris, and he has it, and just drops it, and he slams his fist into the ground. It was not an easy catch, though.
No.
It was a hard catch, and it just went off his fingertips.
Yeah, right at the 30-yard line in Denmark territory, and like you said, just off the fingertips. And man, excellent effort. I thought he had it there for a second, and then so did he. And all of a sudden, it just slipped out of his fingertips, and it could have been about maybe a 35-yard gain, 40-yard gain. Ends up being an incompletion, and now Marinette's in danger of giving Denmark some time here left on the clock.
3rd down and 10 from their own 39-yard line. Paris and Jagelski to the left. Webb to the right. Johnson looks the pass. He pulls it down, goes up the left side himself, has the first down, and goes out of bounds into Denmark territory. Nice job there.
Yeah, there's a veteran quarterback making a great play as he decided that he saw he had a lot of green grass to his left and could get the first down, and he got it just across midfield. And of course, it also stops. He goes out of bounds, so it stops the clock. And does a smart play by Luke Johnson.
He had a wide open field. I could have got that. Well, maybe not, but he had a wide open field, and he got it easily. I may have gotten 3 or 4 yards, but he got 12. And it's 1st down and 10 for the Marines into Denmark territory at the 48-yard line. Jonte Webb split right. Here's the snap. He's under pressure. He lets it go. Fires it deep. He has a man, and Weisgerber dives but can't get there.
And Luke Johnson under all kinds of pressure as the blitz was on, and he threw it just a little bit sooner than I'm sure he wanted to. Still almost got to where it needed to be.
Give him credit, though, because he was under pressure, heavy pressure. Three defenders were all over him, and he still put it in a spot that only a Marinette Marine was going to get that ball. You don't want any mistakes right now. There's 45 seconds left in the first half. 2nd down and 10 for Marinette.
That's kind of a risky play by the Vikings defense, and they almost got burned by it.
With the amount of playmakers that Marinette has, you have to be really careful. Webb to the right, Paris to the left. Here's the snap. Johnson rolls right, throws back on the left side. Jagelski has it. Nice pickup. They pick up about 8 yards.
They got to hustle here. As the clock is moving, and Marinette huddling up here real quick.
3rd down and 3.
I think they burned their last timeout, actually.
So we have a timeout on the field. with 29 seconds left in the first half. Is going to bring up a big play. 3rd down and 3 for the Marines at the 40-yard line of Denmark.
And Denmark is getting some pressure on Luke Johnson here, so Luke's not getting a whole lot of time.
It's almost, some of these plays, they're letting that pressure through. Like that play, was designed, definitely, right?
But there were a couple there where Luke was really under some duress.
Yeah, and you have to like his poise, though. Even under duress, he looks like he knows where he's going with it, and he doesn't get too worried about it, you know?
Yeah, hopefully he'll have a little more time where he can maybe take a shot at the end zone here. We've seen that it's a little deep for a fade here, but maybe something to Jonte Webb. The Marines getting closer to striking range here. Luke certainly has the arm to get it to the end zone.
He sure does. So it's 3rd down and 3 with 29 seconds left in the first half. Marinette trails Denmark 14-13. Let's see what the coaches can come up with here. Marinette breaks huddle. They're at Denmark's 41-yard line. Jonte Webb to the right. Spencer Hipke to the right with him. In motion, Connor Nelson. Johnson throws deep. He has Webb. The ball's up. Webb has it at the 5-yard line.
Beautiful catch as he was battling the defender up above him and pulled it down inside the 10. And the Marines have to hurry here. We'll see if Luke spikes it.
There's 22 seconds left.
And waiting for the chain gang to get down there. They're still heading down to the other side of the field.
1st down and 5. Luke Johnson spikes it. There's 17 seconds left in the first half.
No timeouts left, but they got a chance for a couple shots at the end zone here in 17 seconds. Boy, how huge would this be? Down 14-13. You know, Denmark's going to get the ball to start the second half. They can punch it in here. What a lift this will be for the purple and white.
Talk about a lift. What an airlift by Jonte Webb. Just went up high in his height because he was covered very well, but he went up, got that ball, and landed on his back at the 5-yard line.
Yeah, great catch. Also a great throw by Johnson to put it where Webb could make that play.
Webb split to the right. In motion, Jagelski. They get it to him. He's under pressure. He makes a few miss, and he's down to the 1-yard line. The clock's ticking. 10 seconds left. Marinette hurries up. 6 seconds. 5. Johnson spikes it with 2 seconds left, Kit.
Yeah, and it's going to be 4th down and goal.
And it looks like they're going to go for the field goal. Garrett Walloway on.
Wow, okay. I didn't even think about that.
I didn't either, but here he is. He of the orange shoes.
And the Marines have not attempted a field goal all season. Garrett slipped on his last PAT attempt, which is why the Marines are down by 1 right now.
2 seconds left in the first half. 4th down and 4. Garrett Walloway on to try to take the lead for the Marines. Here's the snap. Kick is up. And the kick is good.
21-yarder, I believe.
So that is how the first half will end. The Marinette Marines lead the Denmark Vikings 16-14. Going into halftime. Kit and I will take a quick break, tally up some stats, and be right back on Sports Radio 570.
Prestige Auto Body and Truck Repair has over 25 years of experience to make your repairs fast, easy, and worry-free. With around-the-clock towing, electronic estimating, early drop-off, pickup, delivery, and the comfort of knowing Prestige Auto Body and Truck Repair is an I-Car Gold Class shop, one of only 25 in the state, located on the corner of Highway 64 and 180 in Marinette. Call 715-732-4544. That's 715-732-4544 to get your estimate today. Prestige Auto Body and Truck Repair. They take the worry out of your collision repair.
Peshtigo National Bank, your locally owned independent community bank, supports all local high school sports. Since opening in, grown to 5 locations in Peshtigo, Coleman, Oconto Falls, Gillett, and Marinette. Hometown banking with your neighbors and friends, Peshtigo National Bank has proudly served the community for over 100 years. Locally owned community banks support and help fund local projects. Keep your banking local and speak with a representative today. Good luck to all area high school teams from Peshtigo National Bank.
Here at PCM Credit Union, we're one of the employee-based credit unions left in a unique club-like atmosphere for its membership. We serve the employees of select companies and their families. We choose to remain this way so that we can do more and provide more financial options for our members' owners. We're now located right in your community. Come visit us at 1740 Stevenson Street in Marinette to find out the benefits you could receive by becoming a member owner of PCMCU. Or to learn how you may join, visit PCMCU.com. We're people caring more, investing in you, growing together. Membership eligibility required. Equal housing opportunity member NCUA.
Go west on 180 at the holiday to save on cars and trucks every day. You're sure to save a bundle when you take that drive west on 180 to the riverside. You get to the roundabout, make sure you yield. Don't go straight cause it's all cornfields. Just turn left when you see that sign. Come on in to the riverside. We'll find what you're looking for. Just show up at our front door. Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram trucks. No overhead saves you big bucks. Come take a ride if you dare, out with the cows in the country. Yeah, you save big money on your next ride when you see your friends at Riverside. To our front door in Marinette, you're sure to save a bundle when you take that drive. One way or another, get to Riverside. One way or another, get to Riverside.
Looking for a credit union that truly cares about you and the community you live in? Then you ought to stop and see the folks at Bayshore Credit Union. Membership is open to anyone living or working in Marinette, Menominee, and Oconto counties. Whether it's everyday banking, a new auto loan, new mortgage, even a consolidation loan, and it's never too early to start establishing good credit. Bayshore Credit Union, located at 1514 Cleveland Avenue, Marinette. They're looking forward to meeting you.
Welcome back to Denmark High School. We're at halftime. The Marinette Marines lead the Denmark Vikings 16-14. How'd we get here? Well, let's find out. At the 6:14 mark of the first quarter, Kevin Canine picked up the football in a fumble and ran it back 36 yards. Fumble return for a touchdown. The extra point was good. Marinette led 7-0. At the 2:57 mark, we had a 55-yard touchdown run by Zach Panslav of the Vikings. The extra point was good, and we were all tied up 7-7. With 18 seconds left in the first quarter, Luke Johnson struck with Jonte Webb, a 28-yard touchdown pass. The extra point was no good, and after one, it was 13-7. At the 1:16 mark, after a very long drive, mostly led by Jake Vandenheuvel, he finished it off with a 7-yard touchdown run. The extra point was good, and the Vikings took the lead 14-13. With 2 seconds left in the first half, after a beautiful catch by Jonte Webb, nice pass and catch from Johnson to Webb down to the 5-yard line. The clock was running out. Marinette spiked it with 2 seconds left. Kit and I thought we were waiting for the next play, and instead they brought on Garrett Wallaway. He kicked it through the 21-yard field goal, gave Marinette the lead 16-14 at halftime.
Obviously that huge play from Luke Johnson down to Webb, and they were taking a couple of shots to Webb and other receivers drive around line to get just a huge lift for the Marinette Marines.
Huge. Marinette individually, they have 53 yards rushing and 68 yards passing. James Jagelski, 5 carries, 17 yards. Dalton Weisgerber matching him, 3 carries, 17 yards. Connor Nelson, 3 carries, 8 yards. And Luke Johnson, 2 carries, 11 yards. Johnson through the air tonight, 4 of 10, 68 yards and 1 touchdown. Jonte Webb, 2 catches for James Jagelski, 2 catches for 23 yards. For the Denmark Vikings, they're as advertised, 168 yards rushing and a big donut in the passing category. They've tried, though, a little bit more than I was expecting.
A lot more than we were expecting in the passing game by Denmark.
That's right. Austin Bisbee, he's 0 for 2, but he's actually tried to pass like 4 or 5 times already, maybe 6, but he's been under pressure and taken down a couple times.
Right, and he was sacked twice, and plus he had to run a couple of times, as we mentioned.
That's right. And on the ground, Matt Vandenheuvel has 51 yards on 13 carries, 1 score. Austin Bisbee, the quarterback, has 10 carries, 43 yards. Zach Panslav has 68 yards on 5 carries and 1 touchdown. Most came on that 155-yard score. Dustin yards. So you can see they run it a lot, and that's where they're getting all their yardage, and their drives take a lot of time off the clock because of the running.
Well, that's why that field goal is so important, because now instead of chasing them, you're actually making them chase you up by 2 points, and that is huge as this game moves on.
That's right. And in the passing category, like I said, Austin Bisbee 0 for 2 tonight. And right now, Kit has some stats for you, too.
Yeah. First of all, I was going to ask you, how many yards did you say Marinette had on passing and rushing?
They had 53 yards rushing and 68 yards passing.
Yeah, that's not a whole lot of yardage, and Denmark gives up a lot of yardage, so you got to give the Viking defense some credit. They're actually doing a pretty good job because they give up about 375 yards per game, and Marinette is on pace to get nowhere near that.
I'll say this.
The hour ahead.
Yeah, I agree with you. I'll say this, though. I think in the passing game, Marinette's just missing. Because I think I can count 5 or 6 plays that either went off the fingertips or were really close, and it's not that they're way off. They're right on the fingertips, so they could have had a few big plays that they just missed, so maybe they can get those to go in the second half.
Exactly. We shall see. And those other stats you mentioned, first downs, Denmark with 6, Marinette with 5. Penalties, each team with only 1, Marinette with the 1 penalty for 5 yards, and Denmark had 1 for 15. That was a big pass interference call because Denmark actually intercepted Luke Johnson on that play, but there's also pass interference, which is maybe why they picked it off. And then each team with 1 turnover, and so that led directly to a touchdown because Jesse Johnson forced the fumble. Kevin Canine picked it up and then ran 36 yards to pay dirt. And Luke Johnson on Marinette's first possession threw an interception, but it did not hurt Marinette because the Marinette defense did hold, even though Denmark had a ball in pretty good shape. And there we stand, 16-14, Marinette up by a couple of points here at the intermission. And we're going to get to our halftime interview and mention Kevin Canine had the touchdown, linebacker for Marinette and also a fullback. And Eric had a chance to chat with number 9 for the Marinette Marines. And it is our halftime interview here on Sports Radio 570.
Eric Bergstrom here with Kevin Canine of the Marinette Marines. Thanks for joining me today. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for having me on.
Well, let's talk about that crazy game against Freedom. You had them on the ropes leading 27-21. How was the team feeling going into the locker room at halftime? Pretty good, I imagine.
Oh, yeah. At halftime, we were hyped up. We were feeling really good where we were at, and we knew it was going to take 4 quarters. And we played a great first half, obviously, and we were pretty excited about that. That's exactly what we didn't want to happen coming into the second half. But I don't know, we didn't feel flat coming out. I give credit to them for responding to us.
Is that, like, when you were leaving the locker room, did you feel good going in? Like, you felt like, keep this up and we have a good game plan, and you felt like you could keep attacking them in the same way?
Oh, yeah. We felt everything was going good. We knew coming into the second half they were going to go back to more of their bread and butter plays, which was like the power runs and the ISO runs up the gut. Because the first half they were trying to pass a lot, and our secondary was playing really good. So, and that's exactly what happened. They went back to their run plays, and it was tough to stop.
Looking at you guys on offense in that second quarter, how are you guys getting so wide open? Because in the booth, we were shocked. Almost every pass play, the wide receivers were wide open, and I was just amazed. I thought the play calling was great, but then the execution by the players, too. Was it just that everything was just working perfectly, or were they doing something wrong that you guys were exploiting?
I think it was just we finally put it all together and started executing everything. We tapped into our full potential, I think, for that first half. And Luke had him running out of the pocket, making plays. He looked like Aaron Rodgers out there. I said to him after one of those plays, and it was all working, yeah. I
agree with you because he was using his legs to buy time, and what the problem for Freedom was they couldn't hold long enough. They could cover you guys for a little while, but he was buying so much time that the defense was breaking down, and then he was just nailing them from there.
Oh yeah, he played his best game by far, I think.
The third quarter was obviously a nightmare. What do you think was the biggest problem, and was it just once that first or second turnover happened, did it feel like everything was just going out of control and you couldn't stop the momentum, sort of?
Yeah, that could be it. I think they're kind of shocked, and they kind of had time to regroup at half, and came out and played. They played a really good second half, and I don't know. I think we might have felt like we had them already. We didn't really put four quarters together, and our first drive, we were going pretty good, but yeah, turnovers started happening, and they just never looked back, and we could never respond.
You're right. That first drive, you had a couple good plays, and you were already up to I think your own 40-yard line. So if it could have been a completely different game if that drive would have went into their territory, because I think it would have been tight. What's your team's mindset now? You've had a couple days. I know it's hard coming out of a game like that. What do you think your team's mindset's going to be at practice this week and getting ready for your Friday game against Denmark?
Oh, definitely just putting the whole game together. Because if we put four quarters together with our playing how we did in the first half, it doesn't matter who we play. We're going to be a tough team to beat, and that's just what we got to focus on, is putting the whole game together like that.
Definitely right. You had Parents' Night the other night. How special is that to you and your teammates? It was kind of a cool night because they also had an airplane fly over, which that doesn't happen very often at a high school game, so it's kind of cool.
Yeah, that flyover was awesome. That was really cool, especially since it was one of our students at the school game. But Parents' Night, yeah, that was special, seeing your parents right before a football game. It's kind of a unique feeling with football pregame. That's a unique feeling in itself, and then being with your parents, it kind of just calms you down and settles us. And it was good, yeah.
Talk to me about your linebacking group. What's the job of your linebackers in that defense, and are you guys tight as a group? I know you and Connor Nelson are big in the linebacking group.
Yeah, well, every week we have usually different responsibilities, but a lot of the games, the coach likes to put a lot of the responsibilities on us. He makes the D-line take up all the gaps and stuff, so we usually we're unblocked. That's how it's usually supposed to go, and we make all the plays. But every week's different, and this week it was a lot of using teamwork. One guy would take a blocker, and then the other guy would make the play, and that's how it was supposed to go. So I know this week the coach said pretty much the whole game's on the linebackers. He put all the pressure on us, but that's all right. Well, as linebackers, we like having the pressure. So
yeah, you'll take it, right?
Yeah.
That's one thing I have been impressed with your defense from the start of the season. It seems like people are trusting each other more instead of doing individual things, and they're staying in their lanes, and it's really working well. You guys look, it's completely different. Good now. Is it just a matter of getting that trust with each other, building that?
Yeah, I think that has a lot to do with it too, but also we were really the only linebacker with experience in that core was Connor, and he was only a sophomore last year, and so he's still pretty young, and it's my first year, and Max Tree's his first year on varsity, so I know it's fall and getting to know it.
What is your favorite thing about high school football?
Definitely the atmosphere. There's nothing like it, especially the game is having to play. That was spectacular. That's what I played. It was pretty cool.
What's your favorite thing to do outside of football? Someone told me you like to fish.
Well, I know my dad's a big fisherman, but he likes to get up real early on the weekends, and I'm not all for that. But
I understand.
Yeah, so I don't do too much fishing, but I like playing other sports and stuff with my friends and on the weekends. We
about names, your hand, and things like that. Talk to me about where yours comes from and what it is.
Yeah, Frogman. That kind of all started. We were swimming one day, and I whip out this towel that has a bunch of frogs on it. And one of the guys that was with us, Adam Wall, he's like, "Hey, Frogman, look at that towel." And it kind of just for a while, and then they're like, "Well, you're Frogman, what are we?" So then we kind of just came up with other stuff for everyone, and the rest was history, I guess.
That's right. So it all started with you?
Yeah, I guess you did.
Wow, yeah, we were kidding each other in the press booth on Friday, and we're getting some nicknames. The man on the back. And good luck on Friday.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for having me.
All right, welcome back to Denmark High School, and thanks a lot to Frogman Kevin Kanine for the interview. I had a great time with him. I've had a great time with all the Marines, and we'll have a few more in the coming weeks.
And just a kid, that's great learning more about them. And Kevin Kanine making a huge impact in this game early, getting a touchdown on defense as he had a fumble recovery and got the first score of the game for either team, taking it to the house from about 30.
Another player we've called a lot tonight, early more than later, but quite often is Jesse Johnston tonight. He's been all over the field making plays.
Yeah, and Jesse Johnston, just a junior, number 22 defensive end, and he forced that fumble that I just alluded to, and he's been making some plays throughout the year and getting better with each game, and he's not that big for a defensive lineman. I'm not sure what they list him at, but I tell you, he packs a pretty good punch for his size.
They have him at 5'10", 180 pounds, so I don't think you're going to make it in the NFL, but even on the high school level, that's not very big.
I think that's being generous, but then again, most rosters, I don't care if it's high school or college or the pros, they tend to exaggerate just a little bit.
That's right. You get a little bit bigger and a little bit taller. So at halftime,
if he's 180, I don't even want to know what I am.
Is there a scale up here? Let me see. We can get that on the air right now. if you're willing.
Let's go to commercial.
All right, so at halftime, the Marinette Marines lead 16-14, and tonight's halftime show is brought to you by North Motorsports, the area's only full-line dealer of Honda, Can-Am, Ski-Doo, Sea-Doo, and Snapper outdoor products. From their friendly sales staff to their certified, got you covered. Visit North Motorsports at 3711 10th Street in Menominee, or give them a call at 906-863-5592. Also, Kane Chevrolet, driving the game to you as the #1 truck destination north of Green Bay. Kane Chevrolet, Ocano, and Marinette.
Getting closer to the second half, and this opening drive, Denmark's going to get the football. That's going to be so important to see if Marinette can, on defense, send a message right away, hopefully get a 3 and out, or at least get the ball back without letting them score. And they've been having a hard time of late stopping Vanden Heuvel. He's been running with pretty good authority, and the combination of the fullback Vanden Heuvel and the quarterback Bisbee, that's a combination to stop, because Bisbee runs that option quite well.
We're going to take a quick break and be back with the start of the second half on Sports Radio 570.
Kim Barrett and all the staff of Tri-City Physical Therapy and Sports Medicine in Marinette are committed to get you back to your quality of life. Tri-City Physical Therapy has been in business for over 25 years and specialize in the treatment of shoulder, knee, and back, as well as general physical therapy. Let them help you overcome pain after an injury or disease. Tri-City Therapy and Sports can provide you with the most skilled and personalized rehabilitation treatment plan possible to help you get back on track. Tri-City Physical Therapy and Sports Medicine at 602 Wells Street in Marinette.
Bayside Motorsports and Cycle is your full-line service destination, servicing most makes and models of ATVs and motorcycles, from a simple tune-up and oil change to major engine overhauls. Their expanded service department will have you back on your machine fast. Bayside Motorsports and Cycle also specializes in motorcycle and ATV performance work to keep you a step above your competition. Ask about their service specials. Bayside Motorsports and Cycle in Green Bay, or at BaysideMotorsports.com.
Where can you go to get a bite to eat before or after the game? Dexter's. Dexter's in Menominee has a team and a menu to fit everyone's taste and appetite. Or call ahead and take your order to go. Dexter's looks forward to seeing you this year. Good luck to all M&M Sports participants. Dexter's, located on 10th Avenue in Menominee. Check out their menu online at dextersrestaurantonline.com and like us on Facebook.
Find your next truck at Kane, the #1 truck destination north of Green Bay for 2015. From the most dependable full-size pickups on the road, Kane delivers Silverado. Or the most advanced pickup ever, Kane delivers Sierra.
Right now, visit Kane and Marinette or O'Connell to enter the Chevrolet Packers Ultimate Fan Sweepstakes. Win a 2016 Chevrolet and other great prizes. Over 300 quality vehicles at KaneGM.com, O'Connell and Marinette.
Hi, this is Paul, CEO of the Menominee County Federal Credit Union. We're proud to sponsor high school sports on Bay Cities Radio, and we encourage all of you to support high school athletics as well. We know there's no better way for our young people to learn the lessons of life than by competing in sports. The Menominee County Federal Credit Union, where you dream the dream, will help make it come true, with locations in Powers, Kearney, Stevenson, and Menominee. Persons living or working in Marinette and Menominee counties are eligible for membership.
Prestige Auto Body and Truck Repair has over 25 years of experience to make your repairs fast, easy, and worry-free. With around-the-clock towing, electronic estimating, early drop-off, pickup, delivery, and the comfort of knowing Prestige Auto Body and Truck Repair is an I-Car Gold Class shop, one of only 25 in the state, located on the corner of Highway 64 and 180 in Marinette. Call 715-732-4544. That's 715-732-4544 to get your estimate today. Prestige Auto Body and Truck Repair. They take the worry out of your collision repair.
Welcome back to Denmark High School. Marinette Marine football. The Marines lead at halftime over the Denmark Vikings, 16-14. Kit and I were just given some hot chocolate, so a big shout out there. That was a nice thing.
Exactly. Yeah, thanks to Andy Walters' dad, Brad Walters, and also Brian Walters, Andy's brother, as well, for giving us that hot chocolate on a chilly night. That hit the spot, let me tell you.
It sure did. 16-14 at halftime. Let's go through how we got there. In the first quarter at 6:14, Kevin Canine, a 36-yard fumble return for a touchdown. The extra point was Marinette at the 2 mark. We had a 55-yard touchdown run by Zach Panslav. The extra point was good. The score was now tied 7-7. With 18 seconds left in the first quarter, Luke Johnson hit Jonte Webb from 28 yards out. The extra point was no good, and after one, it was Marinette 13, Denmark 7. To start the second quarter, we had a long drive by Denmark, and with 1 minute 16 seconds left in the second quarter, Jake Vandenheuvel scored from 7 yards out. The extra point was good, and the Vikings led 14-13. With 2 seconds left, Garrett Walloway kicks a 21-yard field goal, and that's where we are right now. Marinette 16, Denmark 14.
And Marinette, like you said, they were down 14-13 with a little over a minute to play. Only one timeout left in that second quarter. And one of the key plays, there were quite a few key plays on that scoring drive where they got the field goal, and it all started with Paris, who got the kickoff return, and instead of letting it go beyond him, he picked it up and took it back to about the 40-yard line. So instead of having to go 80 yards, Marinette only had to go 60, and they ended up going about 59 yards, and then they ended up getting the field goal.
Marinette will kick off to start the second half, and they'll be kicking from right to left on your Sports Radio 570 radio dial. To get
press box is wavering just a little bit every now and then.
That's an understatement. We are ready to get underway. Marinette again in their new formation on the kickoff. Everybody tight around Garrett Walloway, and here's the kick. Gets a leg into it all the way down to the 12-yard line. Taken there, up the left side, a little bit of room, but met by a host of Marines at the 32-yard line. That's where Denmark will take over to start this second half. First down and 10.
Second time this season the Marines have seen this option offense. O'Connell Falls ran it, and the Marines ended up regrouping and ended up getting the victory at O'Connell Falls a couple weeks ago. And now against Denmark so far, I mentioned the first about 14 points and maybe about a C, because they weren't perfect on it by any means. But let's see what happens here in the second half.
All right, here we go. First down and 10 from their own 33-yard line for Denmark. 16-14 Marines to start this second half. Here's the snap. Option to the left. Not much doing there. Maybe a yard for Vandenheuvel.
And running the option to the short side of the field too. And again, Matt Vandenheuvel just a couple of yards at best. Actually only a yard that time. And the Marines need to do much more of that if they hope to get this victory here tonight.
Second down and 10 from their own 33-yard line. Denmark, 11 minutes, 24 seconds left. We're just in the third quarter. Here's the snap. Bisbee takes it himself. He has a lot of room on the right side. He has the first down and more. A big 14-yard pickup.
And Bisbee made two Marines miss as they were left in the dust, and that allowed him to get that first down. And nifty running that time by Bisbee, and took Tyler Olson from the defensive line position to track him down from behind.
I'll tell you this right now, I'm glad that he only got 14 because there was a lot of green there for him. I thought he might take it further.
Yeah, but like I said, though, he actually broke two, or made two guys miss.
All right, first down and 10 at their own 49-yard line. Everybody in tight. Full house backfield. Bisbee under center. Here's the snap. He fumbles the ball on the snap, picks it up though, and he actually picks up 6 yards. He fumbles the ball, picks it up, finds a crack, and picks up 6 yards.
Yeah. Lucky and good at the same time for Bisbee. Got the ball bounced right back to him, but then once he picked it up, like you said, he got a quick burst to get those 6 yards.
Lucky and good. That's not a bad way to be. All right, second down and 4. We're into Murray. Denmark traveling left to right on your sports radio. Everybody in tight. Here's the snap. They give it to Vanden Heuvel up the middle. Picks up about 2. It'll bring up a short third down.
If Denmark's thinking that's what Marinette's thinking, look out for Bisbee. It's a dangerous down right here on third and very short, and especially when they're in 4-down territory.
All right, third down and 2 from Marinette's 45-yard line. Split to the right, Nathan Rabas. Everybody else in tight. Here's the snap. Hit immediately is Vanden Heuvel, and I don't think he got it, kid. He was hit immediately by Connor Nelson, but Nelson is
made the play, but he got down. He's kind of writhing in pain right now. Not sure what the nature of his injury is, but hopefully Connor's going to be okay. But what a collision there between Nelson hitting her and then back. Something had to give there, and Nelson did make the play, but unfortunately, he did take the worst of that hit.
It was a huge hit, and Connor Nelson is down right now. Hopefully he's okay. We'll take a quick break and come back on Sports Radio 570.
Peshtigo National Bank, your locally owned independent community bank, supports all local high school sports. Since 1901, they've grown to 5 locations in Peshtigo, Coleman, Oconto Falls, Gillett, and McComb. Peshtigo National Bank has proudly served the community for over 100 years. Locally owned community banks support and help fund local projects. Keep your banking local and speak with a representative today. Good luck to all area high school teams from Peshtigo National Bank. Member FDIC.
Here at PCM Credit Union, we are one of the few employee-based credit unions left in Wisconsin. A unique atmosphere for the employees of these families. We choose to remain this way so that we can do more and provide more financial options for our members' owners. We're now located right in your community. Come visit us at 1740 Stevenson Street in Marinette to find out the benefits you could receive by becoming a member owner of PCMC. To learn how to visit PCMCU.com, where people caring more, investing in you, growing together. Membership eligibility required. Equal housing opportunity, member NCUA. Welcome back to Denmark High School, where Connor Nelson is up and on the sideline. He walked off. It's almost down to 1, but it dribbles the end of for Marinette.
Yeah, that's for sure. He almost had a great punt, but it does just trickle into the end zone for a touchback. I was a little surprised that on 4th and short that Denmark decided to punt it away.
Think about it. They got out there quick and kicked it. But they're Nelson on his own. Hopefully he's okay.
Yeah, exactly. They need him on both sides of the ball.
First down and 10 for the Marines at their own 20-yard line. They lead 16-14 with 9 minutes, 14 seconds left in the third quarter. Split to the left, Nathan Paris. To the right, Jonte Webb. In motion, Kevin Kanine. They pitch it to Jagelski to the left, and he slips and falls. Nothing doing there.
Yeah, James trying to make that cutback. As mentioned, the pitch, and it wasn't there to the outside, so he tried to cut it back to the middle. And as he made that cut, he slipped in, losing a couple of yards.
So that'll bring up 2nd down and 12 for the Marines from their own 18-yard line. The play is coming in from the sidelines. Second down and 12, 8 minutes, 39 seconds left in the third quarter. Marinette 16, Denmark 14. Marinette trying to spoil Denmark's homecoming night tonight. And we have a whistle and a timeout called by Marinette. By North Motorsports, the area's only full-line dealer of Honda, Can-Am, Ski-Doo, Sea-Doo, and Snapper outdoor products. From their friendly sales staff to their certified service technicians, they've got you covered. North Motorsports, 10th Street in Menominee, or line 2. Also, Kane Chevrolet driving the game to you is the #1 truck destination north of Green Bay. Kane Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, O'Connell, Marinette.
Marinette's defense did a great job, but did what they had to do on the opening possession by Denmark here in the second half, as the defense got the ball back. The offense can go to 2nd and 12, and they called the timeout. I'm not sure if Marinette was in danger of that seemed like they had some confusion getting that play going, so I think Coach Walters wanted to avoid a possible delay of game, so they called the timeout and regrouped, and now here we come back to action, Eric.
We haven't seen too many crossing patterns. We saw a lot of those last week against Freedom. In motion goes Spencer Hipke. Johnson rolls to his right, fires. It was almost intercepted. It went over the defender, and it almost landed in Jagelski's hands, which would have been a huge break.
Yeah, that was kind of a dangerous pass, but it could have ended up being a huge play, as you mentioned, as Jagelski, if he would have got it in stride, he would have been off to the races and just missed.
Instead, it's incomplete. It brings up a long 3rd down, 3rd and 12.
Kind of just missed both ways, being
That's right.
picked off and going the other way.
All at once. Not how it was designed, I'm sure, but that's what happened. 3rd down and 12 at their own 18-yard line. 8 minutes, 24 seconds left in the third quarter. Marinette splits everybody out, 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Johnson back, throws to the left. The ball is tipped and falls short, and it'll be fourth down and 12.
Now, 4 receivers. Just 2 to each side, and Luke had plenty of time just to miss firing on that one, and that's a very quick 3 and out for Marinette.
So now, dangerous territory for a punt at their own yard line.
Yeah, the return man set up at right midfield.
Oh, 4th down and 12 for Marinette. The snap is high, but control it. It's off. It hits off the 40-yard line, and that's where Denmark will take over at Marinette's 40-yard line. Great field position.
And that's almost to where Denmark punted from the last time that they punted, as they pinned Marinette back. Actually, Marinette had, I think it was the starting position, but it actually went backwards, lost 2 yards in the 2 completions. And now the defense has to work.
1st down and 10 from Marinette's 40-yard line. The Vikings have the ball. They trail Marinette 16-14 with 8 minutes, 14 seconds left in the third quarter. Split to left is Jacob Gazella. Everybody else in tight, full house backfield. In motion, Zach Pans. His taking himself is a lot of room. 20, 15, 10, and touchdown. Up the middle, and he veered to the right. He had nobody, wide open field, and we have a touchdown, Vikings.
He made one Marinette Marine defender a miss, and I think he thought that he was going to pitch it, which of course he never did. He turned it upfield, and it was Katie Bar-the-Dorf there. He had outly on
3-yard touchdown run by Austin Bisbee. The cat point. The extra point is down, and it's blocked. No good. So after the blocked extra point, Denmark leads 20-16. We'll take a quick break and be back on Sports Radio 570.
Go west on 180 every holiday to save on cars and trucks every day. You're sure to save a bundle when you take that drive west on 180 to the riverside. You get to the roundabout, make sure you yield. Don't go straight, cause it's all cornfields. Just turn left when you see that sign. Come on into Riverside. We'll find what you're looking for. Just show up at our front door. Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram trucks. No overhead seats, you big bucks. Come take a ride. If you dare, out with cows in the country air. You save big money on your next ride when you see your friends at Riverside. From the west, take 64 until you get to our front door in Marinette. You're sure to save a bundle when you take that drive. One way or another, get to Riverside. One way or another, get to Riverside.
All right, welcome back to Denmark High School. Where Denmark leads after a big 40-yard touchdown run by their quarterback. Good. The kickoff. It's a short kick picked up at the 35-yard line by Kevin Canine. He takes it off the right side all the way up to the 41-yard line, and that's where Marinette will take over. 1st and 10 from their own 41-yard line, looking to answer the last score by the Vikings. Actually, Austin Bisbee now, after that last run, he has 13 carries for 103 yards and a touchdown, so he's over the century mark. Oh. Welcome back to Denmark High School. Difficulties there, but we're back now. Marinette with the ball. They try an option to the left side. They get it to James Jagelski. He picks up about 4 yards, but we have a flag on the play. We'll see what the flag is. That was a 2nd down and 8. Goes against Marinette. So penalty with 7 minutes, 17 seconds left in the third quarter. Flag goes against Marinette.
2nd down and long now, back at their own 30-yard line.
Marinette backed up all the way to their own 30-yard line now. 2nd down and a long 20 yards. Jonte Webb split to the left. In motion, Weisgerber. Johnson. Screen to the left to Connor Nelson. He has room, but it's closed off quickly. He picked up about 8 yards. Not a bad little play there. It was open for a second, but they closed it off quickly. But he did pick up 8 yards. So it'll bring up a 3rd down and 12 for Marinette. Connor Nelson on a screen to the left.
I didn't leave, just checking with our engineer.
I think we're back in business. Marinette, 3rd down and 12 from their own 39-yard line. Here's the snap. Johnson, straight back. Looks to throw. He's under pressure. He has room to run off the right side. But it closes quickly. And all he can get is about 2 yards.
Yeah, Luke did a great job of escaping out of the pocket there, and I thought maybe he was going to throw from when he was scrambling to his right, but he needed about 12 yards for the 1st down. Just too much to get, and Marinette will be forced to punt here, and down by 4 points. Some drives have been stalling here early in this 3rd quarter.
6 minutes, 12 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Denmark 20, Marinette 16. The return man sits at the 20. There's the kick off the right side. It hits at the 33, and it's down at the 35, and that's where the Vikings will take over. First down and 10, and they lead 20-16 with 6 minutes, 4 seconds left in the third quarter.
Well, needless to say, very important possession, defensive stand here Marinette is in need of, as I mentioned down before, 20-16. So here we go. Right now that option has been tough to defend for the Marines.
And it's mostly the quarterback they're having trouble with. It's when he keeps the ball is when most of the big plays have been happening. First down and 10 for Denmark at their own 34-yard line. Everybody in tight except for Jacob Gazella on the left side. Vanden Heuvel right up the middle. He picks up 3 yards on first down. That'll bring up second down and 7.
Yeah, the defense doing a better job of containing him, the fullback Vanden Heuvel, but like you mentioned, the quarterback, he's been the guy who's been really the catalyst for Denmark.
We have another Marine down, and this time it's Kevin Canine. He's down. The trainer's out there looking at him. So we'll take a quick break and be right back on Sports Radio 570.
Looking for a credit union that truly cares about you and the community you live in? Then you ought to stop and see the folks at Bayshore Credit Union. Membership is open to anyone living or working in Marinette, Menominee, and Oconto counties. Whether it's everyday banking, a new auto loan, new mortgage, even a consolidation loan, they can help. And it's never too early to start establishing good credit. Bayshore Credit Union, located at 1514 Cleveland Avenue, Marinette. They're looking forward to meeting you.
Welcome back to Denmark High School. Kevin Canine is up on his own power and on the sideline. It'll be a second down and 6 for Denmark at their own 39-yard line. They're up 20-16.
Yeah, second Marinette linebacker here in this third quarter to come up a little bit lame. Connor Nelson, Kevin Canine, hopefully both will be okay.
When you're dealing with that big old fullback all night,
yeah,
a lot of big hits in there. They break huddle. Denmark is up to the ball. Split to the left is Nathan Rabas. Second down and 6. 5 minutes, 30 seconds left in the third quarter, and we have a timeout. This time, the timeout is taken by Denmark.
Yeah, Bisbee called the timeout. Didn't like what he was seeing as he was overlooking that Marinette defense.
That's right. While you were away taking care of technical things, I was telling the audience that Bisbee actually went over the century mark on that big carry. He has 103 yards on 13 carries from the quarterback position.
Yeah, he's fourth in the Northeastern Conference for a reason. That is for sure.
That's right.
I think he has 0 passing yards, right? But,
exactly.
And no big surprise there. They do most of their damage, obviously, on the ground.
That's right. The Northeastern Conference standings as of tonight's games, we haven't heard any finals yet. So Freedom is 6-0. They lead the conference. And Wrightstown 4-1. Luxembourg Casco 4-1. Little Chute 4-2. Fox Valley Lutheran 3-2. Clintonville 1-4. Marinette 1-4. Denmark 1-5. And Oconto Falls 0-5. We are back underway. Second down and 6 for Denmark at their own 39-yard line. Here's the snap. Up the middle they go, and there's a big hole for Vanden Heuvel, and he is off to the races. 20, 15, 10, 5, and he dives into the end zone. A 61-yard run for the fullback hit.
Well, they have 3 guys now who have had very long touchdown runs. Vanden Heuvel right there, also the quarterback Bisbee earlier in this quarter, and early in the game also was their other back who had the long run, Tansloff.
There's the cannon. We await the extra point. Here's the snap. The kick is up. And the kick is good. So with 5 minutes, 17 seconds left in the third quarter, Denmark takes the lead a little bit further, 27-16. We'll take a quick break and be right back on Sports Radio 570.
Kim Barrett and all the staff of Tri-City Physical Therapy and Sports Medicine of Marinette are committed to get you back to your quality of life. Tri-City Physical Therapy has been in business for over 25 years and specialize in the treatment of shoulder, knee, and back, as well as general physical therapy. Let them help you overcome pain after an injury or disease. Tri-City Therapy and Sports can provide you with the most skilled and personalized rehabilitation treatment plan possible to help you get back on track. Tri-City Physical Therapy and Sports Medicine at 602 Wells Street in Marinette.
Welcome back to Denmark High School, where the Vikings now lead 27-16 on a big 61-yard touchdown run by fullback Matt Vanden Heuvel.
And he was getting about maybe 4 or 5 yards a crack. All of a sudden he breaks a big one for 60 yards. And the Marinette defense having all kinds of troubles against that option offense of Denmark. And somebody's not reading their keys.
That's right. And right now they have 2 backs over 100 yards. Vanden Heuvel now has 118 yards and Bisbee 103. So they're racking up the yards on the ground. 5 minutes, 17 seconds left in the third quarter. Denmark 27, Marinette 16. Here's the kick. On the ground again. Goes off of a Marinette player, out of bounds at about the 18-yard line, but we do have flags. It was strange, the flag came in late after it went off the Marine player out of bounds, so I'm not sure what they're going to be calling here.
No, if the Marinette player touched it and it went out of bounds, it wouldn't be a penalty against Denmark.
The referees are huddling.
Yeah, they're saying that it was touched by Marinette, so they're going to wave off that penalty, and Marinette will get it where it went out of bounds.
He was just quick to the trigger, throwing the flag, I think.
Exactly.
So with 5 minutes, 17 seconds left in the third quarter, Marinette takes over at their own 26-yard line, actually 21-yard line. First down and 10. Here's the snap. Johnson back. He looks deep down the right side. He has Webb, and Webb has it at the 50-yard line. 40, 30, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Marinette.
You know, Marinette needed a quick strike. I think that
that qualifies,
that does qualify right there.
A 79-yard touchdown pass from Luke Johnson to Jonte Webb, and Marinette strikes right back.
Yeah, and Jonte Webb's second touchdown reception of the night. A big one from Luke Johnson to Webb, and now Marinette back in business here.
We await the extra point. A 79-yard touchdown pass from Luke Johnson to Jonte Webb.
Man, we anticipated a high-scoring contest here. We're getting one now.
Starting to open up. Here's the snap. Kick is up. And it's good. So with 5 minutes, 2 seconds left in the third quarter, the score is now Denmark 27, Marinette 23. We'll be back on Sports Radio 570. Bayside Motorsports and Cycle is your full-line service destination, servicing most makes and models of ATVs and motorcycles, from a simple tune-up and oil change to major engine overhauls. Their expanded service department will have you back on your machine fast. Bayside Motorsports and Cycle also specializes in motorcycle and ATV performance work to keep you a step above your competition. Ask about their service specials. Bayside Motorsports and Cycle in Green Bay or at BaysideMotorsports.com.
Where can you go to get a bite to eat before or after the game? Dexter's. Dexter's in Menominee has enough seating for the whole team and a menu to fit everyone's taste and appetite. Or call ahead and take your order to go. Dexter's looks forward to seeing you this year. Good luck to all M&M Sports participants. Dexter's, located on 10th Avenue in Menominee. Check out their menu online at dextersrestaurantonline.com and like us on Facebook.
Welcome back to Denmark High School, where the Marinette Marines have just struck, just like lightning, a 79-yard touchdown pass from Luke Johnson to Jonte Webb, and what a pass it was, right on a rope. Here's the kickoff, taken at the 15-yard line. They take it up the left side and hit and taken down at the 29-yard line. That's where Denmark will take over.
Excellent containment there by the Marinette kickoff coverage team. Now this defense, let's see if they can turn things around, as Denmark has been just putting up all kinds of yards on the ground. 2 backs, a quarterback and a fullback, both over 100 yards on the ground, and we're only, what halfway through this third quarter here, so can Marinette make the necessary, but I'm not even sure if it's adjustments. They just got to basically stay disciplined.
First down and 10 at their own 29-yard line. For Denmark, split to the right is Jacob Gazella. Everybody else in tight. Right up the middle again with Vanden Heuvel, and he squeezes through for about 3 yards. It'll be second down and about 6 maybe.
Yeah. The Marines hopefully can get off the field here on defense, and boy, it'd be nice to get this ball back and get this momentum going back in Marinette's favor, which it is for the time being.
Sure would.
Can they keep it going in that direction?
Second down and 7 from the 34-yard line, their own 34-yard line. Gazella to the right again. Bisbee under center. Here's the snap. They run the option to the right this time. They pitch it, and a nice play again, Kit, by who else?
And
Juice.
And James Jagelski. Form tackle just the way you're coached.
Is it me, or does it always seem like he's one-on-one and he's the last line of defense, too?
Yeah, and he seems like he always brings the guy down, too, like he did there, bringing the back down.
Any way he can. That time it was by the ankles, and he got him down.
And maybe a 1-yard loss, so third down and 8 right now for Denmark, and they have had no success passing the ball. Would they go up top here? We're about to find out.
Third down and 9 from their own 33-yard line. Everybody in tight. Gazella to the left. Here's the snap. Up the middle to Vanden Heuvel. He picked up 2, but that'll bring up fourth down and 5 maybe?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, excellent job by the front four of the Marinette Marines, stopping Vanden Heuvel. Tyler Olson leading the charge that time, and that puts him at a 4th and 5. So Marinette will get the ball back here and chance to grab the lead.
And James Jagelski is back. Let's see what they do here.
Yeah, what a key stop there by the defense.
Here's the snap. And there's the kick. They do not want to kick it to Jagelski. They kick it out of bounds off the right side. Not a far kick at all. Marinette will take over at the...
The official's still walking up in the direction that we want him to walk, up to the 40-yard line. So
it'll be first down and 10 at the 40-yard line for Marinette. They don't want any part of Jagelski.
Well, give Marinette's defense a whole lot of credit. They got the stop they needed to get in the worst way after giving up 2 long touchdown runs here in this third quarter. They get them on a 3-and-out, and now the offense can go back to work here and try to recapture the lead down by 4 points.
Jonte Webb split to the right.
Tyler Olson is running off the field. I'm not sure if he has an equipment problem or what.
If you see, Kit, they have double coverage on Jonte Webb. They have a corner up tight on him and a safety, not even playing in the middle of the field, but playing on the left side in case Webb gets past the first guy.
And Coach Walter is quickly getting somebody back in there on the offensive line at right tackle.
So Denmark not taking any chances with Webb, doubling him on the right side. Hand off to Weisgerber off the right side, and he's met immediately. I think he lost a yard.
And Marinette having a very difficult time trying to get that ground game going here tonight.
That'll bring up second down and 11 for Marinette.
Yeah, most of the success on offense has been with Luke Johnson through the air.
And the wind has really died down. I don't think it's played much of a factor tonight at all.
I think you're right.
Jonte Webb split to the left this time. Second down and 10 for Marinette. Weisgerber in motion. They fake it to him. Johnson back. He has a man. Nate Paris has it at the 35, 30, 20, 15, and that's where he's brought down. A beautiful play.
Yeah, they're doubling up Webb, but that left Paris open on the other side. And Luke Johnson with a strike to Paris for a huge gainer. And Marinette all the way down to the 15-yard line.
45-yard pickup. Beautiful play there. Nathan Paris with his first catch tonight. Marinette has a first down at Denmark's 15-yard line. Here's the snap. Up the middle. Nothing doing there again. There's just no room right now for Marinette to get any running game going. That time it was Jagelski, but nowhere to go.
And obviously you got to keep the defense honest. You can't be passing on every down, so you got to at least show that you're going to attempt to run the ball. And a lot of times in high school, it's just the opposite. But Marinette having much more success through the airwaves here.
Here's the snap. Johnson back, looking in the end zone. He lets it go. He has a man at about the 4, and it's Paris. Nice play there.
Yeah, great play by Johnson to buy some extra time, as he has been prone to do. Great job of using his legs to buy some time and give Marinette a 1st and goal.
We talked to him about throwing on the run, and he really does look comfortable. And that time he was actually throwing while running to his left, so throwing against his normal motion, and he threw a dart.
Yeah, against the grain, not an easy throw.
1st down and 3, 1st down and goal for the Marines. 1 minute, 8 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Weisgerber in motion. Johnson has it, takes it himself into the end zone, but we do have a flag.
Yeah, that's a motion penalty against the Marines, unfortunately.
That was wide open too. Johnson went into the end zone untouched, but the flag brings them all the way back to the 8-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal from the 8.
And 3 penalties for 20 yards on the Marines, and a big one right there. So instead of the touchdown, they got 1st and goal at the 8, but hey, they got some opportunities here to try to punch it in and reclaim the lead.
1st down and goal from the 8-yard line for the Marines. In motion, Weisgerber. They give it to him off the right side. He has room up the middle. Touchdown, Marines. Beautiful run. He took it off the right side, cut back into the middle and into the end zone.
Yeah,
Marinette with a score.
The sophomore Dalton Weisgerber, a little wingback reverse type play, and he took it around the right side and then cut it back right and smelled the end zone beautifully. And that play was stopped a couple times earlier in this 3rd quarter, but not that time. And an 8-yard scamper there for Dalton Weisgerber, and the Marines back on top here in this seesaw affair, Eric.
What a turn of events. We await the extra point. The kick is up, and the kick is good. With the extra point, Marinette now leads 30-27. Kit and I will take a quick break and be back on Sports Radio 570.
Find your next truck at Kane, the #1 truck destination north of Green Bay for 2015. From the most dependable full-size pickups on the road, Kane delivers Silverado. Or the most advanced pickup ever, Kane delivers Sierra. Right now, visit Kane in Marinette or O'Connell to enter the Chevrolet Packers Ultimate Fan Sweepstakes. Win a 2016 Chevrolet and other great prizes. Over 300 quality vehicles at KaneGM.com, O'Connell and Marinette.
Welcome back to Denmark High School, where the Marinette Marines have answered back quickly. Everything looked dead for a while there, Kit, and all of a sudden they're back on top, 30-27.
Yeah, it didn't look good, you're right, and they have bounced back in a big way, and still in the 3rd quarter. And we anticipated a high-scoring game here tonight, and we're getting one here, and it's a long way from over.
What a great game it's been so far, and like you said, there's a long way to go. 45 seconds left in this 3rd quarter, and we have the entire 4th quarter to go. Marinette gets ready to kick off. They're kicking from right to left on your Sports Radio 570 radio dial. There's the kick. It's a high kick, taken at the 20-yard line.
Yeah, I think his knee went down.
You are correct, sir.
Yeah.
He took it. His knee touched the ground, and that's where they're going to take over, right at the 20.
That kick, that kickoff by Garrett had a lot of hang time on it, and almost like a punt that time.
It's kind of like a golf when you put the ball the tee too high. He's a big golfer, right?
You ought to know that. Yeah, exactly.
1st down and 10 from their own 20-yard line.
This defense had a huge 3-and-out last time. See if they're up to the task here again.
Denmark has the ball. Traveling left to right on your Sports Radio 570 radio dial. Here's the snap. Up the middle they go. Vandenheuvel was met at the line, but he squeezed through yet again and picks up 6 yards. I thought he was down, but he stayed on his feet and picked up a nice gain.
Yeah, he's a hard runner. Brought down by Connor Nelson. Good to see Connor back out there after getting banged up earlier in this quarter.
20 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. 2nd down and 3 for Denmark. Split to the right side is Nathan Rabas. Everybody else in tight. Here's the snap. Bisbee takes it himself, and he has room again. He breaks free. He's at the 45, 50, chased by Connor Nelson. He gets away from Connor, but pushed out of bounds all the way into Marinette territory. Let's see where they mark it.
Now, fortunately, Nelson had the angle on him. Otherwise, Bisbee would have been gone.
He got all the way to Marinette's 35-yard line, and that's how the third quarter will end. We'll take a quick break and be back with fourth quarter action on Sports Radio 570.
Hi, this is Paul, CEO of the Menominee County Federal Credit Union. We're proud to sponsor high school sports on Bay Cities Radio, and we encourage all of you to support high school athletics as well. We know there's no better way for our young people to learn the lessons of life than by competing in sports. The Menominee County Federal Credit Union, where you dream the dream, will help make it come true, with locations in Powers, Kearney, Stevenson, and Menominee. Persons living or working in Marinette and Menominee counties are eligible for membership.
Welcome back to Denmark High School, where we're just about to get underway in the fourth quarter. Marinette leads 30-27, but Denmark just had a huge run into Marinette territory.
And Denmark already actually about midway through the third quarter, they had two backs over 100 yards, and Bisbee just added to his total big time there in that final play of the third quarter. And all of a sudden, Denmark is getting in the striking range here, trying to retake the lead. And hey, whoever has the pigskin last might just be victorious here tonight.
What a game it's been.
This one's going, yeah, up and down, seesaw affair, a lot of lead changes, entertaining game, that's for sure.
Denmark traveling right to left on your Sports Radio 570 radio dial. They have the ball at Marinette's 35-yard line. First down and 10. Here's the snap. They run the option. Bisbee again has it, and again he breaks free. Up the middle, off to the left side, and he's taken down, but not until he gets all the way down to the 12-yard line.
Yeah, and James Jagelski wrestles him down, but again, once again, there's Bisbee running that option and getting still another first down, and that's 9 first downs for Denmark here on the night, and more yardage for their QB.
First down and 10 from Marinette's 14-yard line. We're just underway in the fourth quarter. Rabas to the right, everybody else in tight. Here's the snap. Vandenheuvel this time right up the middle, and he's taken down after a short pickup of about 2.
Excellent job by the Marines defensive front that time, controlling the fullback for Denmark.
11 minutes, 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Marinette leads 30-27, but Denmark is on the move at Marinette's 11-yard line. Rabas to the right, everybody else in tight. Here's the snap. Bisbee takes it, but this time, nothing doing. The Marines are there to take him down. He may have gotten a yard.
Right. Containment on the quarterback. Bisbee gets to the 10-yard line, and the Marines trusting their instincts that time and their keys and their reads. That's what they need to do. Stay disciplined.
The wind is starting to pick up now. I see the flag blowing pretty hard now. Third down and 5 for Denmark at Marinette's 10-yard line. Marinette leads 30-27. Everybody in tight now. Full house backfield. Here's the snap. They run the option to the right. Bisbee has room. And he's in the end zone. And Denmark answers right back.
Another gaping hole for Bisbee after he faked it to Vandenheuvel. Goes around the right side and scampers in from about 6 yards out and making it look very easy. And Denmark has captured the lead here.
He's not even doing much of a fake either. It's just a quick little fake, and he takes it himself off the right side for the touchdown. The extra point is up. The extra point is good. Denmark now leads 34-30. We'll take a quick break and be right back on Sports Radio 570.
Prestige Auto Body and Truck Repair has over 25 years of experience to make your repairs fast, easy, and worry-free. With around-the-clock towing, electronic estimating, early drop-off, pickup, delivery, and the comfort of knowing Prestige Auto Body and Truck Repair is an iCar Gold Class shop, one of only 25 in the state, located on the corner of Highway 64 and 180 in Marinette. Call 715-732-4544. That's 715-732-4544 to get your estimate today. Prestige Auto Body and Truck Repair. They take the worry out of your collision repair.
Welcome back to Denmark High School, where Denmark has just taken the lead on a 6-yard touchdown run by quarterback Austin Bisbee. They lead 34-30.
Now these two teams on the season together average giving up over 70 points a game, and we're on pace to get in that neighborhood right now. It's at 64.
We're getting there.
Hopefully we're not done.
We got a long way to go.
Which is a good thing in the pace going right now.
Exactly right. Denmark getting ready to kick off. They lead 34-30 with 10 minutes, 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And they're kicking right to left on your Sports Radio 570 radio dial. Nathan Paris back deep. They haven't kicked it deep tonight once even. Here's the kick, and again it's on the ground. Marinette gets it at the 28. Dalton Weisgerber has it. He goes left. And he gets it all the way up to about the 32-yard line, maybe the 31, and that's where Marinette will take over.
And those squib-type kicks can be so dangerous and also irritating to a return team because you're just not used to seeing that for an entire game. And they got that pigskin on a chilly night coming at you and bouncing all over the place. That's in the danger zone.
It sure is. First down and 10 from their own 30-yard line. Marinette has the ball. In motion, Weisgerber. Pitch to Weisgerber off the right side. Cuts inside, not too much doing there. He got back to the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up second down and 10 for the Marines.
Yeah, the Marines only on a couple occasions here tonight have really got anything going offensively on the ground. Weisgerber did have the touchdown run on Marinette's last possession, but otherwise it's been few and far between even getting anything beyond a 1 or 2 yard pickup.
They have the leading rusher is Weisgerber with 24 yards, but through the air, Luke Johnson has 211 yards through the air. So that's where their bread is being buttered right now.
Yeah, they're making hay there. Just conversely, Denmark's on the ground.
Here's the snap. Fake it to Weisgerber. Johnson back, fires to the right.
Yeah, he got hit as he was throwing the football, and it was going towards Jagielski on a little out pattern up the right sidelines, the near sidelines below us here, and Luke got hit. One of the few times he's been hit as he's been throwing here tonight, maybe the first time.
So that brings up a third down and 10. Big play for Marinette here. You don't want to give them the ball back. Denmark leads 34-30 with 9 minutes, 27 seconds left in the ball game.
This will be a tough conversion here, as I mentioned. Yeah, third and long here for the Marines.
And they're doubling Webb high-low on the left side. Here's the snap. Johnson under pressure, and he is hit hard at the 21-yard line. He had no chance to go through his progressions. He was hit immediately.
Exactly, yeah. That was in a flash.
So that'll bring up a punting situation for the Marines with 9 minutes and 9 seconds left in the ball game.
Now Denmark got a huge stop that they needed right there. That may have been the first sack all night against Johnson.
I think it was. Here's the snap. And there's the punt, and it goes off the side of his foot. A very short punt. It doesn't even get out of Marinette territory. The referee's still walking, and Denmark will take over at the 35-yard line of Marinette. A short field for the Vikings to work with now. And the wind really is picking up now, too.
And Marinette, put this way, they had to get to the 40 for a first down, and Denmark had the ball at the 35 now. So, unfortunately, Denmark has it in great shape here. Now the defense really has the pressure on them.
First down and 10 at Marinette's 35-yard line. Denmark with the ball. Bisbee under center. Here's the snap. Vandenheuvel straight up the middle. Picks up 3, maybe 4 yards.
And Tyler Olson hanging on to Vanden Heuvel.
Hanging on is right when you're trying to tackle him. My goodness. Vanden Heuvel has 135 yards on 23 carries now.
He's your prototype workhorse, isn't he?
He sure is. Low to the ground, too. He's not very tall. He's only 5'8". Here's the snap. Bisbee keeps it off the right side. He makes a move, and he has room. 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. Bisbee yet again, a 31-yard touchdown run.
And one of his receivers got a great block about 15 yards downfield that freed him to get that touchdown.
31-yard touchdown run.
Well, last year at Denmark, it was their quarterback, Dupre, who's no longer here. He went to LC, and now it's this Bisbee who's been the catalyst. Certainly not a one-man show when he's throwing Vanden Heuvel, but Bisbee has been the igniter.
Here's the snap. The extra point is up, and it's good. The extra point is good. The score is now Denmark 41, Marinette 30. We'll take a quick break and be right back on Sports Radio 570.
Peshtigo National Bank, your locally owned independent community bank, supports all local high school sports. Since opening in 1901, they've grown to 5 locations in Peshtigo, Coleman, Oconto Falls, Gillett, and Marinette. Hometown banking with your neighbors and friends, Peshtigo National Bank has proudly served the community for over 100 years. Locally owned community banks support and help fund local projects. Keep your banking local and speak with a representative today. Good luck to all area high school teams from Peshtigo National Bank, member FDIC.
Welcome back to Denmark High School, where Denmark, after being down, has struck quickly in the fourth quarter, and they now lead 41-30.
Yeah, how many lead changes have there been in this game? What a contest. Hopefully there'll be one more lead change before this is all said and done. But Marinette all of a sudden down by 11. They battled back from 11 points down earlier, but well, do they have it in them again? It's not going to be easy. Now they're traveling. It's kind of a swirling wind. We were just talking about that during the commercial. But I think Marinette is, if anything, they're going into the wind right now.
Exactly. We're ready for the kick. And here it is on the ground again, off to the left side. Taken by Connor Nelson. He runs left. He's hit. He goes back to the right, and he has a little bit of room. Goes up the middle. Takes it up to the 39-yard line. He probably ran about 50 yards, and he got about forward about 10. But he got it up to the 39-yard line. Not a bad spot to start for the Marines.
Excellent return there to get the Marines in decent shape.
1st and 10 from their own 39-yard line. Marinette looks to answer. Jonte Webb out to the right. Everybody else in tight. Here's the snap. We have Weisgerber going off the right side. He picks up 2. It'll bring up 2nd down and 8 with 7 minutes, 45 seconds left in the ball game.
And Johnson over the sidelines to get the play as he always does from offensive coordinator Bob Callworts.
2nd down and 8 for Marinette at their own 42-yard line. They trail 41-30 with 7 minutes, 26 seconds left in the ball game. Jonte Webb splits to the right. Jagelski in motion. They give it to the up back, Connor Nelson, and he picks up another 2 yards. That'll bring up, it looks like, about a 3rd and 5 for Marinette.
Yeah, have a long 5 at that, and the Marines are trying to get things going on the ground here, and of course going into the wind. They need 2 scores though.
And we are under 7 minutes now. 6 minutes, 58 seconds left in the ball game. 3rd down and 5 for Marinette at their own 44-yard line.
And the Vikings pretty deep in the secondary there. They're really respecting that passing game.
Here's the snap. Johnson back, looks left, takes off running. He has a little bit of room. He has the 1st down off the left side and a lot more. 17-yard pickup off the left side for Luke Johnson. Good job seeing the hole, pulling it down, and taking what the defense gave him.
And like we were just saying, the secondary is really backing off there. And so Luke recognized that, and then he managed to get that necessary yardage and then some.
1st and 10 for Marinette into Denmark territory. They're at Denmark's 42-yard line. They break huddle. Nathan Paris to the right. Jonte Webb to the left. Here's the snap. Johnson back. He looks right, fires to Paris. Paris jumps up and has it, and he has a nice 9-yard pickup.
And beautiful hands there by Nathan Paris to haul that pass in, that laser from Luke Johnson. I tell you, with this, with Paris and Webb, they got a nice 1-2 punch there, and they both use their hands in catching the football so well.
They sure do. He went up high.
As opposed to using your body where when it could bounce off your shoulder pads.
That's right. Jonte Webb splits to the left. Marinette up to the ball. Paris to the right. Jagelski to the right. Here's the snap. Johnson back, under pressure, pulls it down, takes off the right side. Goes out of bounds at about, he has the first down. It looks like maybe he got to the 26-yard line. Good job to pick up the first down and get out of bounds.
And Luke made one Viking miss, and then he was kind of directing traffic, showing a teammate, hey, block this guy, and managed to get, as you mentioned, the first down.
He never looks flustered.
No.
No matter what situation he's in, he looks under control. Veteran
quarterback, and that's what you want in your quarterback, whatever year he's in.
2 to the left, 2 to the right. Here's the snap. They give it to Nelson up the middle. Connor fighting for yardage. Nice pickup.
That's a hard piece of running right there by Nelson, the fullback, and made the first guy miss and managed to get a little bit of yardage on first down. Got about 4, maybe 3.5.
5 minutes, 35 seconds left in the ball game. Marinette trails 41-30, but they are in Denmark territory at the 23-yard line. It's 2nd down and 6. Jonte Webb splits to the right. Everybody else in tight. Jagelski in motion. They give it to him off the left side. He has a little bit of room. Very close to the first down. Nice running play there.
And one of the better runs of the night for Jagelski.
He's about a yard short, so it'll be 3rd down and 1 for Marinette. We are at 5 minutes left in this ball game. 3rd down and 1.
Time becoming a factor, but before we get that second score, you got to get this first score.
First things first, 3rd down and 1 at Denmark's 18-yard line. Here's the snap. They give it to Nelson up the middle, and he is hit and dropped. I don't think he got it.
He was stopped in his tracks. You're exactly right. He got absolutely nothing on that 3rd down play, so it's going to be 4th down and
he lost a yard.
Yeah, 4th and about a long one coming up here, and could be the game right here if the Marines don't get this conversion.
4th down and either a long 2.
Or a long 1 or a short 2.
There you go. 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Harris to the right, Webb to the left. Jagelski to the right. Here's the snap. A slant to Webb, and he has it. He was hit as the ball got there, and he took the hit and made the reception. A huge play for Marinette.
Yeah, you got that right. And a strike to Luke's favorite receiver, Jonte Webb, with a 4th down conversion, keeping the Marines alive here.
1st and goal from the 8-yard line. 4 minutes left in this ball game. Marinette trails 41-30.
We went from 5 to 4. It seemed like in a matter of seconds as opposed to a whole minute.
When you're on the wrong end, it seems that way, doesn't it?
Exactly.
Here's the snap. Johnson back. Rolls to his right. He's under pressure. He gets rid of it. He has Connor Nelson to the right. Nelson has it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Marinette. Connor Nelson from Luke Johnson from 8 yards out.
Another touchdown pass for Luke Johnson, and he was scrambling to his right and did a great job of keeping that play alive and then finding Nelson, who caught it around the 5-yard line. Then he had some determination to get that ball into the end zone, and another score for the Marines. And not done dancing yet here.
Not at all. This game keeps changing like the wind tonight.
Yeah.
Back and forth all the way around.
Like I said before, let's hope there's one more lead change here in this game. That would be in Marinette's favor.
At the 3:38 mark, Marinette scores. They're going to go for 2. Here's a snap. Johnson rolls to his right, fires. He has a man wide open, Nathan Paris, and the 2-point conversion is good from Luke Johnson to Nathan Paris. The score is now 41-38. Marinette comes right back. We'll take a quick break and be back with more action on Sports Radio 570. Here at PCM Credit Union, we are one of the few employee-based credit unions left in Wisconsin that provides a unique club-like atmosphere for its membership. We serve the employees of select companies and their families. We choose to remain this way so that we can do more and provide more financial options for our members' owners. We're now located right in your community. Come visit us at 1740 Stevenson Street in Marinette to find out the benefits you could receive by becoming a member owner of PCMCU. Or to learn how you may join, visit PCMCU.com. We're people caring more, investing in you, growing together. Membership eligibility required. Equal housing opportunity, member NCUA. Welcome back to Denmark High School, where Marinette had a really nice drive. They scored, and the two-point conversion was good, and where we stand right now is Denmark 41, Marinette 38 with 3 minutes, 38 seconds left in this ball game.
What a wild game, and Luke Johnson still another touchdown pass. What does he have, 3 here tonight?
He has 3.
Yeah, 2 to Webb, 1 to Nelson, and plus he got the fumble recovery, got a field goal, he got a touchdown run by Weisgerber. So, and Denmark, of course, have been running roughshod over the Marines' defense. So, but can this Marinette team get one more stop on defense? They need one.
All right, here we go. Marinette kicking off left to right on your sports radio 570 radio dial. All bunched up, wall away. They try an onside kick. It's on the ground, but Denmark got it. They tried the element of surprise, but it did not work.
Yeah, that thought actually did cross my mind as they were setting up. I thought, you know, the defense has not been stopping them. Why not take a gamble here and try to get that onside kick? And as it turns out, they did it, and Denmark has it in good shape at their own 45-yard line.
It's not a horrible call because, I mean, either way, the defense is going to have to make a stand, so they're still going to have to.
Right.
Denmark has the ball, 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line. Gazella split to the right. Here it is. Bisbee has it, and again he breaks free up the middle and busts outside to the left, kid. It looked like he was down, and he squirted through and found room to the left side for a big pickup, a big 20-some yard pickup.
He's had some runs tonight where he's had gaping holes. That one wasn't a gaping hole, but like you said, he just kind of bounced off of and kind of just went a little misdirection, came back the other way, and got huge yardage, as you mentioned, all the way down to the 31-yard line.
He has 220 yards rushing now.
I guess 32-yard line to be exact here.
1st down and 10 at Marinette's 33-yard line. 3 minutes, 10 seconds left in this ball game. Marinette looking for a stop, trying to get their offense one last chance. Here's the snap. Bisbee gives it to Van den Heuvel, who has a nice pickup, about 5 or 6 yards on 1st down.
There's only been 2 turnovers tonight here in this ball game. A fumble that actually was by Bisbee very early in the game, and then an interception by Marinette that they threw. We could use one right here, use a fumble.
We need it. They need it really bad right now. 2 minutes, 38 seconds left in this ball game. Marinette trails 41-38.
Denmark almost seems unstoppable against that Marinette defense right now.
2nd down and 5 from Marinette's 27-yard line.
They're milking the clock all they can here too.
Here's the snap. Van den Heuvel again, right up the middle. Very close to a 1st down. Right at the sticks. Denmark still with 0 yards passing, but on the ground, like you said, almost unstoppable.
Well, you mentioned that their quarterback Bisbee's over 200. Van den Heuvel is what, about 135, 140?
Pretty close, not bad, 145.
And now they're going to have a measurement here. And plus, the other back who scored the 1st touchdown.
He has 70 himself, Panslaf.
Yeah, Panslaf. So my math is right. You're looking at about well over about 400 yards.
A lot, yeah.
Jeez.
They measure, and it looks like they're a little bit short. So it'll be 3rd down and inches.
Now for Denmark, that's almost a better thing because they can get the 1st down here on the 3rd down, 3rd and inches. If they don't get it, they got 4th and short. But the way they've been running the ball.
They're milking this clock. There's only 2 minutes, 19 seconds left in this ball game.
And the Marines, I believe, have 2 timeouts left. I think they burned one earlier in this half.
You can see why they went for the onside kick.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, that was almost a no-brainer.
All right, here we go. 3rd down and inches. Gazella to the right, everybody else in tight. Marinette crowding the middle of that line. Denmark milking this clock. Right now it's at 2:04. They're waiting till the very last second to snap this ball. We're under 2 minutes now. Here's the snap. They give it to Vanden Heuvel. He's tripped up, but he falls forward, and he has the 1st down. That's all he had to do is fall forward, and that's what he did.
Yeah, that gives Denmark an opportunity to milk that clock even down further, and Marinette will be forced to start using the remaining timeouts here real soon.
We are in critical territory now. It's 1 minute, 44 seconds left, and it's 1st down and 10 for Denmark. We need a turnover or a huge stop. We need the clock to stop.
I think a turnover is what would be the best bet right here, but Denmark's been protecting that football very well tonight, except for just one time very early in the game.
Here's the snap. Vanden Heuvel has it. He has nowhere to go. He stopped right at the line of scrimmage, and I believe Marinette will take a timeout. And they do with 1 minute and 18 seconds left in this ball game. He actually lost a yard, so that's a good thing. It's 2nd down 11. 1 minute, 18 seconds left. Marinette trails 41-38. I want to mention our sponsors tonight. North Motorsports, the area's only full-line dealer of Honda, Can-Am, Ski-Doo, Sea-Doo, and Snapper outdoor products. From their friendly sales staff to their certified service technicians, they've got you covered. Visit North Motorsports at 3711 10th Street in Menominee, or give them a call at 906-863-5592. Also, Kane Chevrolet, driving the game to you, is the #1 truck destination north of Green Bay. Kane Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, O'Connell, and Marinette. And the stands are rocking again.
Yeah, yes, they are. Homecoming night for Denmark, and they're starting to smell a victory here. It's going to take a huge turn of events here. And Denmark, like I said earlier, they've been running the ball, of course, all night and protecting the football very well, except for just the one occasion. And I keep saying that because I'm hoping that it could happen again.
Hopefully you jinx them, right?
Yeah. But here we go.
All right. 2nd down and 11. 1 minute, 18 seconds left in the ball game. Marinette trails 41-38. Here's the snap. Bisbee keeps it himself. Nowhere to go. He picks up 1. Back to the original line of scrimmage. Marinette takes its last time out, I believe.
Yeah, they did on the official, actually.
I was hoping that was true.
He pointed in Denmark's direction, and then he quickly turned around. The last thing the Vikings want to do is they call a timeout. By 41-38, and one thing we haven't really mentioned is that this game is so important because both teams need a win to keep any playoff aspirations alive. And if Marinette ends up on this short end here, then they'll just have their last home game of the season next week against Clintonville, and then on the road at Luxembourg Casco, and it really takes wind out of the sails because once you realize when you're going through a season, you realize you're not going to win the conference championship. Your next goal is to make the playoffs, and obviously Marinette learned very early in the season, they weren't going to be a contender for a conference title, but there's always a playoff hope, and that could be fading away here real quick.
That's right. We have 1 minute and 11 seconds left in the ball game. It's a 3rd down and 9 for Denmark, and I can guarantee you they're not passing this.
Oh, come on now.
I'm smart like that. All right, here we go. 3rd down and 9 from Marinette's 20-yard line. Here's the snap. Rolls out to his left. Bisbee has it, and he slides down. He wasn't going to pass it. He wasn't going to go out of bounds. He slides down. It'll bring up a 4th down and about 12. With the clock running right now, it's at 56.
Yeah, roll out, of course, with no intention of passing. So what they'll do now is they'll snap the ball one more time. And Marinette may, if they can stop them here, they may get the ball back one more time on a change of possession and then have a chance to maybe heave up a desperation play. But let's see here.
We have 34 seconds left and ticking. 4th down and 13.
Because if they if they do snap the ball. But actually, they're going to use a timeout now, I believe.
They use their timeout with 27 seconds left.
But now, okay, let's say Denmark is stopped here on 4th down. Obviously, the clock will stop for the change of possession, and Marinette could get it with about 70 yards to go for the touchdown.
Well, but at least they do have Jonte Webb, so those jump balls.
Exactly.
And their cornerbacks are not tall by any stretch, under 6 feet.
Well, even though there's only a matter of seconds left, you're just hoping for at least a chance. I mean, it's a very small chance, but at least it'd be a chance.
You know, you and I were talking about my interview with Pete Panashik and all that from the Raiders, and we both know some of the things he was involved in, so let's hope for something like that. Holy roller, and he was on the wrong end of it against Pittsburgh.
That's an immaculate reception, but, well.
We need something like that tonight. There's 27 seconds left. Marinette trails 41-38. I'm just hoping the stands don't fall apart here.
I was actually surprised Denmark really took that time out, though. I mean, I don't totally understand that.
I'm not sure either.
They could have milked even more of the clock away.
Right, 4th down and 13 at Marinette's 23-yard line. Everybody in tight for the Vikings.
And they're in victory formation. Oh.
They drop back to pass. They're looking to go deep left. He throws it up. Jonte Webb is there. Oh, it is almost caught. It was tipped, and it fell off of Denmark's helmet to the ground. And you could hear the entire home crowd just ooh and ah, but it fell incomplete, and Marinette takes over with 19 seconds left in the ball game.
I guess they figured that either way, Marinette would take over on down, so they may as well go for the touchdown. But I was a little surprised by that play, too.
If they were going to go for that, they could have milked it down and taken the penalty.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what kind of trick play Marinette has in its playbook now.
All I can think of is if Marinette can get 20, 30 yards, run up, spike it, you could get 2 plays.
And they got 19 seconds.
You know, get to midfield or so on the first play.
Then you got a chance.
Denmark takes the timeout. They're probably thinking the same thing that we are. We'll take a. Oh, we'll stay here. Let's stay with it.
Yeah, the key thing is, you don't have to, like you said, you don't have to get all 70 yards here, or 80 yards, whatever it is. Just try to get, like you said, to midfield. Then you got at least a chance of firing it into the end zone or near the end zone.
I think exactly right, kid. I think that's what what they need to be shooting for right now, is to have that one last heave into the end zone. That's what they need to be thinking about right now.
And Denmark, they're going to put probably about 3 guys, probably about 30 yards off the line of scrimmage at least. So any trick play like a hook and ladder is probably out of the question, because you'll have too many defenders too far down the field. So, but maybe hit Harris or Webb around midfield where you can, of course, the clock will stop. But the best scenario is hit them around midfield or so and have them get out of bounds.
Yeah. The only other thing I can think of is trying to get Jagelski on some kind of crossing pattern where maybe he's got a little room to operate, because he's the one guy who in space could make a few people miss.
Right. And they've got a deep safety right around midfield. Now he's creeping up just a little bit. So.
There is a big space in the middle of the field, but let's see what they go for here. Here's the snap. Johnson rolls left. He throws it. Incomplete, thankfully, actually.
Yeah, otherwise the game would have been over right there. It was right near the sticks, but I don't think it was a first down.
No.
So it was a good thing that was incomplete.
14 seconds left. 2nd down and 10 from their own 24-yard line. We're looking for some magic here from the Marines.
Looking for a miracle.
Let's see what we have. Marinette breaks huddle. Jonte Webb to the left. Nathan Paris to the right. Alongside Jagelski. Here's the snap. Johnson under pressure. He just throws it. Smart play there. Incomplete.
Yeah, good.
He had to.
One thing we didn't mention, and we probably should, is that first things first, you got to get that protection. You got to give Luke Johnson at least a little bit of time to unload it, just to heave a Hail Mary here.
Well, now they're in a tough spot. 9 seconds left.
Well, this is a Hail Mary mode right here.
But like you said, you need the protection to run deep patterns like that.
Yeah, and they got 3 linemen, but they blitzed a linebacker last time.
Jonte Webb to the right. Here's a snap. Johnson again under pressure. They throw a back screen to the left side. Nathan Pears has it. He's going to have to get out of bounds. And he does with 1 second left. All he did was pick up about 5 yards.
Now live to fight another play anyway.
One more play.
Yeah.
All they can really do now is the hook and ladder maybe, or something like that. Is all they got to try something like that.
Denmark's got a deep safety back at about the 30-yard line.
All right.
Before I said whoever had the ball last may win this game. I think I may be wrong in saying that.
1 second left. This is it. 41-38. Here's a snap. Johnson has it. He heaves it down the left side, and it's incomplete. And that is the end of the ball game. Denmark on their homecoming night defeats Marinette 41-38.
Crazy game. It was a wild one, and it was an entertaining game, but unfortunately another loss for the Marinette Marines.
So that's how it ends. Denmark 41, Marinette 38. Kit and I will take a break, tally up some stats, and be right back on Sports Radio 570.
Looking for a credit union that truly cares about you and the community you live in? Then you ought to stop and see the folks at Bayshore Credit Union. Membership is open to anyone living or working in Marinette, Menominee, and Oconto counties. Whether it's everyday banking, a new auto loan, new mortgage, even a consolidation loan, they can help. And it's never too early to start establishing good credit. Bayshore Credit Union, located at 1514 Cleveland Avenue, Marinette. They're looking forward to meeting you.
Kim Barrett and all the staff of Tri-City Physical Therapy and Sports Medicine of Marinette are committed to get you back to your quality of life. Tri-City Physical Therapy has been for 5 years, as well as general physical therapy to help you overcome pain after an injury or disease. Tri-City Therapy and Sports can provide you with the most skilled and personalized rehabilitation treatment plan possible to help you get back on track. Tri-City Physical Therapy and Sports Medicine at 602 Wells Street, Marinette.
Change to major engine overhaul. Our expanded service department will have you back on your machine fast. Bayside Motorsports and Cycle also specializes in motorcycle and ATV performance to keep you a step above your competition. Their service specials, Bayside Motorcycle and Greenside.com.
Where can you go to get a bite to eat before or after the game? Dexter's. Dexter's in Menominee has enough seating to fit everyone's taste and appetite. Or call ahead and take your order to go. Dexter's looks forward to seeing you this year. Good luck to all M&M Sports participants. Dexter Menominee. Check out their menu online.com and like us.
Find your next truck at Kane, the #1 truck destination north of Green Bay for 2015. From the most dependable full-size pickups on the road, Kane delivers Silverado, or the most advanced pickup ever, Kane delivers Sierra. Now, visit Marinette or Oconto Ultimate Fan Sweepstakes. Win a 2016 Chevrolet and other great prizes. Over 300 quality vehicles at KaneGM.com, Marinette.
Welcome back to Denmark High School. Marinette Marines short of the Denmark night to 38. How we get there? At 6:14 of the first quarter, Kevin Canine picked up a fumble and ran 36 yards for a touchdown. The extra point was good. It was 7-0. At the 2:57 mark, we had a 55-yard touchdown run by Zach Panslap. The extra point was good, and it was 7-7. With 18 seconds left in the first quarter, we had a 28-yard touchdown pass from Luke Johnson to Jonte Webb. The extra point was no good. After one, it was 13-7. At 1:16 mark of the second quarter, we had a 7-yard touchdown run by Jake Vandenheuvel. The extra point was good. It was 14-13. With 2 seconds left in the first half, Garrett Wallaway kicked a 21-yard field goal, and Marinette led at halftime, 16-14. In the third quarter, at the 8:04 mark, we had a 40-yard touchdown run by quarterback Austin Bisbee. The extra point was no good. It was Denmark 20, Marinette 16. At the 5, we had a 61-yard touchdown run by Matt Van den Heuvel. The extra point was good. And Denmark now led 27-16. Marinette answered right back 15 seconds later with a 79-yard touchdown pass from Luke Johnson to Jonte Webb. The extra point was good, and the score was now Denmark 27, Marinette 23. With 45 seconds left in the third quarter, Marinette struck again an 8-yard touchdown run by Dalton Weisgerber. The extra point was good. Marinette led going into the fourth quarter, 30-27. But Austin Bisbee, the quarterback for Denmark, was not done. At the 10-15 mark, he had a six-yard touchdown run. The extra point was good. It was 34-30. 2 minutes later, Austin Bisbee struck again a 31-yard touchdown run. The extra point was good, and Denmark led 41-30. Marinette scored with 3 minutes, 38 seconds left, an 8-yard touchdown pass from Luke Johnson to Connor Nelson. The 2-point conversion was good, and Marinette trailed 41-38, and that's all the further they could get. They came up just a little bit short tonight, losing by 3.
Yeah, down by 11 points on a couple of occasions in the second half. And like I said, they did manage to get it down to 3, and they got the ball back, but it was way too late. They got it with, 19 seconds to go, back deep in their own territory, and no timeouts. And unfortunately, Marinette falls here, and here on homecoming night for the Vikings. They're, I heard them make the announcement they're going to have fireworks here in probably about 10 minutes. We already had fireworks.
We sure did.
All over the field.
We sure did. What a game.
Yeah.
Individual stats for Marinette. They had 97 yards rushing tonight and 240 yards passing. James Jagelski had 20 yards on 8 carries. Dalton Weisgerber had 26 yards on 7 carries and a touchdown. Connor Nelson, 15 yards on 6 carries, and Luke Johnson, 36 yards on 5 carries. Luke Johnson passing tonight was 12 of 23 for 240 yards and 3 touchdowns. Jonte Webb, 121 yards receiving, 4 catches, 2 touchdowns. Nathan Paris, 70 yards on 4 receptions. James Jagelski, 23 yards on 2 receptions, and Connor Nelson, 16 yards on 2 receptions and 1 touchdown. For the victorious Denmark Vikings, they had, are you ready for this?
No.
We saw it, but I didn't know it was this much. 440 yards rushing tonight and 0 yards passing. All right, so Matt Van den Heuvel had 26 carries, 146 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Austin Bisbee, 21 carries, 220 yards, 3 touchdowns. Zach Panzlaff, 69 yards on 6 carries, 1 touchdown, and Dustin Dwarick, 6 yards on 1 carry. Austin Bisbee through the air tonight, 0 for 2. Actually, 0 for 3. He tried that one in the end zone right at the very end. So that's where we were. And Kit, he has some team stats for you.
Okay, well, the only other stats that I have here is first downs, Denmark for 11 and Marinette with 10. Penalties, Marinette was penalized 3 times for 20 yards, and Denmark just the 1 penalty, a pass interference call for 15 yards. And each team had 1 turnover. You mentioned that Marinette actually scored on the turnover that they forced. That was that fumble recovery by Kevin Canine, taking it to the touchdown for the first score of the night, and then Luke Johnson on actually Marinette's first possession threw an interception, but he had a tremendous night overall. Of course, that interception didn't hurt Marinette at all, and then Luke came on and played one of his best games, really, of his career, especially on a windy night. And you put up 38 points and you would hope you get a victory, but Marinette's been giving up 40-some points a game all season long, and Denmark has they have a high-powered ground game. Obviously, no passing game to speak of, but and the thing is, you knew what was coming at you, but you still couldn't stop them.
That's right, and they just, like you said, they just couldn't stop them all night long, and it was like a slow death, too. It wasn't big strikes or anything like that. It was 3-4 yards at a time. There were a few big strikes, but them being able to run the ball and just kill the clock like that, it really hurt Marinette. Even though Marinette did put up some points offensively at all, consistently through the night. They struck a few times here and there, but they didn't consistently move the ball that well either. They had a lot of big plays, Marinette did, but it was just hard to stop them on the ground, and that's really where this game was won, on the ground for Denmark. Yeah, they won 41-38.
Well, it was a game of contrasting offensive styles. Marinette, pretty much everything they got for the most part was through the air, as you mentioned, and then obviously Denmark on the ground, and Denmark ends up just having a little bit too much firepower, and when Marinette recaptured the lead when they're down by 11, okay, we're going in the right direction, but unfortunately that was short-lived.
Well, that's going to do it from here. Kit and I will be back next week.
And looking, I don't see Coach Walters at all making his way up here, so I think we'll just have to wait to talk to him for the pregame show next week.
Sure.
We'll be back at Higley Stadium.
Definitely right. And next week, Kit and I will be at Higley Stadium to call the Marinette versus Clintonville game. It's the last home game of the year, so make sure you tune in and join us next Friday night. Well, that'll do it from here with the final score, Denmark 41, Marinette 38. For Kit Donaldson, I'm Eric Bergstrom. Thanks for listening, and have a great night.
Marinette Marines High School sports broadcasts are brought to you by North Honda Motorsports, Bayshore Credit Union, Riverside Auto, Tri-City Physical Therapy, Menominee County Federal Credit Union, Prestige Auto Body, Peshtigo National Bank, Dexter's, Kane Chevrolet Buick GMC, Bayside Motorsports, and PCM Credit Union.